Hey everybody, welcome to Easy Allies Fear Stream. I hope you enjoyed our Game of the Year video today. Congrats to Ian for putting together.
Thank you.
Not only packaging that massive deliberations video,
thanks.
and for cutting our great Game of the Year collection, which I love that. I love a good montage looking back at the end of the year, back in 2018, ahead to 2019. 2019 is gonna be a really exciting year, but just one last shot for us to talk about our favorite things from 2018. Tonight we are going to talk about our personal picks. So we're each going to sit down. We're going to talk about, they can be 5, they can be 10. I think I have 13 or 12 to go through really quick of our favorite experiences of the year, specifically why. Stuff that I wanted to talk about the deliberation, but just was not necessary because it was clear what arguments needed to be had to make some things happen. But thanks for watching. If you watched all of that stuff beforehand, and
not just that, Sean. The most important award.
I'm sorry. We also have our Patreon, our patron GOTY that we will be announcing tonight as well.
Yes.
Thank you to Kyle for putting that together,
Yay.
and thank you to Bloodworth for setting up the stream on Twitch to premiere that. We haven't done a lot of Twitch premieres.
That was cool. Our Twitch premiere,
and that worked out really well. So let us know what you thought of that, and all that.
It was ready at 2 something a.m. Just on pins and needles all night, waiting for that thing to finish processing.
Blast processing.
So. We don't have a list. I mean, we can pick cards. Does anybody want to go first with their...
Yo, go.
Ben's... Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Chill.
Okay, Ben. Did everybody hear me okay?
Yeah.
Great job.
Hey, thanks, Ian. So I had a hard time narrowing it down to 10 games this year. I had a list of, I think it was 14 or 15. So I'm going to give 2 honorable mentions real quick. Just want to give a shout out to The Missing for being my favorite story of the year. And Valkyria Chronicles 4 really took me a long time to get to it, but it was pretty awesome when I did get to it. Really fell in love with the characters in the same way that I did with 1. Some great improvements. The Grenadier was really cool. The APC was really cool. Some frustrating moments and some quality of life things that I wish they would add, but overall pretty happy with Valkyria Chronicles 4. But now, on to the main event. Top 10... Ben Moore's top 10 games of the year.
Woo! Main event, baby.
You want to start at 10?
I'll start at number 10. Is that sweet? Thank you, Ian. So my number 10 game of the year, a game that I just saw the credits for today, Whoa. Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Yeah. You should.
First of all, that dragon engine is amazing. The way we've talked about it before on Frame Trap, but the way that they incentivize you to go out in the world and explore, how they completely change leveling up and encourage you to do a bunch of different activities so you can level up a bunch of different things is really, really great. The story is just insane. Double crosses and triple crosses, not new for Yakuza, but executed really, really well. But Ryuji Goda kind of Kiryu's mirror is really threatening and fun to fight against. He's a great antagonist, and one of my favorite Yakuza games that I've played. Just really loved it. Next we have my kids couldn't see it. One more time. Red Dead Redemption 2. That game is really long, but it's also very good. Has probably my favorite character of the year in Arthur Morgan. I think some of his scenes are just incredible. Just that performance is unreal. And it definitely drags at times, but I think it more than makes up for it with one of the most gorgeous worlds of the year, and just so much to do, and so much of that stuff that you can do is really well detailed and really well thought out. So shout outs to Red Dead Redemption 2 at number 9. Number 8, Spider-Man. I was talking about it with my girlfriend, and I said, and I stand by this, Spider-Man might be the most pure fun that I've had with a video game. I couldn't stop playing it. It was just 2 days of swinging throughout that city, and I was not as excited for Spider-Man as some other allies, but it just completely captivated me. I wanted to do everything, and it was a game where you don't want to fast travel because of how much fun you have flying around the city. And I think that really speaks to just the swinging in general. And the combat was really, really fun. And just taking on all those challenges, the swinging, the activities, all of it. It was a game that I binged harder than I binged anything else this year. So Spider-Man at number 8. Number 7, Hitman 2.
Ooh,
wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
play Hitman 2, play Hitman 2016, play one of them. Hitman 2 proved that Hitman 2016 was not a joke, or not a fluke, rather. The level design in Hitman 2 is some of the best that I've seen in the series. I really felt like I just had so much control over trying to figure out these crazy, violent puzzles that Hitman 2 presented, and it was a blast the entire time. It was a game... We talk a lot about surprises. Hitman 2 delights in surprising you. If you get some crazy concoction in your head and you're like, man, I don't think I can do this, not only will you do it, but in the process of accomplishing that thing, you'll probably do something 10 times as crazy. And that is really fun and makes for one of the best games of the year. Number 6, feel-good hit of the summer, Astrobot.
Astrobot.
On Frame Trap, I've talked a lot about like maybe VR has kind of lost its groove or just not being that exciting. Well, I hadn't finished Astrobot yet. Astrobot is one of the best platformers of this generation. It is just pure joy front to back, and it wouldn't be possible without VR. It is a VR game where the VR gimmick and the actual level design and the control are equally matched. It uses VR to make platforming exciting. You're not just going across these levels, you're peering down them, you're going underneath them, you're soaring above them. It just gives you a perspective on platforming that you couldn't get without VR. So Astrobot, number 6. Number 5, Celeste. If you've watched the Game of the Year deliberations, you probably heard me talk a lot about Celeste. That's because it deserves to be talked about. One of the best stories of the year, a very personal story. It deals with accepting yourself in a very straightforward way. It doesn't really beat around the bush. And it's super, super challenging levels that push you just to the edge. Really go well with that story of pushing yourself and self-acceptance. I feel like I'm running out of air. But yeah, Celeste. Great fusion of story and gameplay. Number 4, Smash Ultimate. Sakurai is insane. That game, Smash Ultimate, is insane. World of Light is insane in both good and bad ways, but it's something that is just crazy. Like, going around getting stickers for all of these spirits from all these obscure games, it put a giant smile on my face, and it was a game where every single character I played, I wanted to play more of just because they were so well designed, and there were so freaking many of them. And the new additions like King K. Rool, Simon and Richter, Incineroar, all great, all really fun. Just a package of joy, really. I don't know what else to say about Smash Ultimate. God of War at number 3. Boy, God of War had my favorite moment of the year, which I won't spoil, but Huber touched on it in Game of the Year deliberations, where it is a game that is both a bold new step forward for God of War in a way that is confident, in a way that makes sense, in a way that feels like it's complete vision, but it also doesn't disregard the rest of the God of War legacy. It has a very elegant way of incorporating the past and the present that just made me really happy as a longtime fan of God of War. It knocked it out of the park. That 10 was correct. Number 2, Dragon Quest XI. A game that I feel like I've been waiting for since the beginning of time, or at least since 2014, that is also really long, like Red Dead Redemption 2, but there was never really a sour moment for me with Dragon Quest XI. I think JRPGs struggle to justify their gargantuan lengths. I'm losing my center of balance. But Dragon Quest XI doesn't do that. It just gets crazier. When you think you have that story figured out, it pulls a 180 on you, and then it pulls another 180 on you. And the characters are immensely lovable. The world looks just so amazing. It is a pleasure to sink into.
You can lean back if you need to.
Okay. Number 1, Monster Hunter World. Monster Hunter World is the best game that came out this year. I don't know if I've ever seen a series evolve just so gracefully. I think there are things to rightfully criticize about the lack of monsters or whatever, but Monster Hunter World is a game that I wanted to keep coming back to time and again. The updates that they added were amazing. The quality of life improvements they added were amazing. It was just... You're always searching for that next gaming high, right? I feel like Monster Hunter World is a limitless supply of gaming highs. Like, no matter how many times I kill a giant beast in that game, it's just as exciting to do it a dozen times as it is just to do it the very first. And I think it's only going to get better with the Iceborne expansion, and it really knocked it out of the park. It was a game that, like, some of the games on the list I got really excited about early on and then eventually cooled off a little bit on. My heart burns just as brightly for Monster Hunter World, and I feel like I'll love it until the end of time. And that's it. That's my top 10.
Yeah.
Who's next?
You're already on the couch.
I don't.
You're in
know.
one. No, all right. You're in one.
John, do you want to go?
Sure.
You got one? Nice.
I get a couple.
Got a couple games here to talk about.
What is it? What's the red deadline? Not too much trouble.
No big drama.
No big
Definitely
drama.
starts with shore, though.
Sure. Just drink. No big dramas.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. My name is Brandon Jones. I like some video games that came out this year. I'll do it. If nobody else is gonna do it tonight,
Do it, dude.
I just want to shout out. I just shout out Sea of Thieves just for a second. You know what I mean?
Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves had a lot of problems, but Sea of Thieves dethroned Battlefront as my game to play with my friends when we want to just catch up like twice a year. You know, like so we used to play Battlefront, some DLC would come out and we'd play that. And it was just so much fun to just be around on a boat and just talk and catch up with friends. And so I can't recommend Sea of Thieves much farther than that from my experience with it. But I very much enjoyed it for that. I did not do a ton of research on this, but we figured that Enemy Within, the Batman Telltale, carried over into 2018 at some point. If that is true, if there were chapters still left in 2018, a shout out to that game as well.
Shout out to Evil Within also.
Shout out to also the Evil Within, everybody. Evil Within 2.
Yep.
Shout out to that DLC that came out that we all enjoyed.
Wait, because of Enemy Within?
Because Enemy
He
Within,
said
right?
Evil
I said
Within.
Evil Within.
Oh, okay. That's
He
what
said it. He opened the
it
door.
wasn't a syndrome
Yeah.
moment.
Are you not listening, Kyle?
No, dude, I'm not.
This year was so good on Switch, man. My Switch was just so valuable this year, and every time I traveled and every time, like, before I would get into bed, like, I just had so much fun on my Switch. When I look back on all these games, there were 2 games I didn't play on Switch, but I think they're best on Switch. Curse of the Moon, which I remember, like, did it launch?
Yes.
At launch? There was some game that came out this year that I was bummed was not on Switch. But I think Curse of the Moon is great. I think Starlink, even though it looks better on PS4, that's what I played it on. I think that's a great Switch game, especially a great Switch game for kids. I could totally see myself like wanting to just, completely absorb that entire game. And kudos to Starlink for totally doing a 180 and I think getting so much more sales than they were originally projected to get by not really putting a huge emphasis on the toys. Like, they have the toys available, but if you want, you can just buy the digital version. I think that's so classy and so smart. And also to get Fox in there, that was really fascinating. I think that just, that deal kind of fell in their lap. But Dragon Quest Builders came out on Switch this year. In 2018, this past year. And I totally played that again, and that's when, like, Amanda got really obsessed with that. I had a lot of fun with Overcooked 2. And what I really liked about Overcooked 2 is, I think you would agree with me, Huber, sometimes you just want more of something. You know what I mean? So there's some games, like, you just won't criticize it, just give me more. Just do that again with different stuff, and you're fine. Like, I didn't score Overcooked. Like, I don't know what, how an Overcooked review would turn out, but I was just so satisfied to get that more of that game. Amanda and I, again, really enjoyed it. And Octopath Traveler, man, what really, really made me happy. There are lots of things I can complain about with that game. Every now and then you have a game that you really love, but also there's so many little tiny things you complain about. And so I thought it was really funny, Ian, that you're like, I'm confused. Like, why? like don't you all hate Octopath Traveler? Like, why is this even up for contention in the GOTYs? And I think it was just because it felt like I was playing an old game and a new game at the same time, and I can't remember the last time that happened where I was really seeing something that could not have been done before, but also with prior tech, but also a really, really clever idea that a really talented team came up with. And I think Octopath Traveler 2 can be one of the best RPGs of next gen, or whatever gen the Switch is in. I think they really set it up well, and I think there's hopefully a lot of lessons they can learn from people that were just confused in the story or didn't get as invested as some people did. Ben brought it up, and I want to talk about Dragon Quest XI just because I didn't think by mid-January, I would be done with Dragon Quest XI. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to put that on the slow burner. I'm just going to sip away at that. The same thing with Odyssey. I was like, I'll just, really slowly get through this. And I keep thinking back, if you watch the deliberations, I said that like very little, I cared about very little in 11. That was very harsh. I cared about a lot. I really loved these people. It's just a type of storytelling that I don't necessarily like lean towards, that I don't necessarily like. It's done in so much of a jovial sense that the more dramatic moments I'm not really as absorbed in. But I couldn't stop playing that game. I mean, I thought about it all the time. It was so hard to put down, even the most mundane grinding, like even just really long quests or just finding a new area and being like, I'm just gonna get a couple of extra levels ahead of time. I was never like, oh, this game's taking forever, or there were no. Even though Red Dead is higher on my list, I will agree with you that like Dragon Age contains a much more consistent pace, like the entire time, pretty much like right from the moment you start that game. Where Red Dead can definitely drag.
Jones?
Yes. Yeah, it was a heck of a year, huh?
Yeah.
If I'd only played Kiwami 2, I would have just really knocked it out of the park. Making up for Persona 5, which I didn't finish. Astrobot Rescue Mission. I'm sorry. That Dragon Quest 11 wasn't enough. That's it.
You can't win
Right, it's hard.
unless you hit
We're going from best to from not worst to best, but we're getting higher as we go up.
Oh, okay.
We're in the top 6. If you want me to do top 6,
I do, dude. Yeah.
All right, top 6. Number 6, Astrobot Rescue Mission. Man, that game. VR is. I will say something that I think nobody has really mentioned yet, because we've talked about a lot this game. A lot of people that aren't going to play this game, that haven't played it, are like, I'm just done. I get it. It's great. But I get really tired playing VR because I want to absorb as many games as possible when I have it out, and I want to take advantage of it being plugged in because it's not plugged in all the time. And so I'm like, all right, let's just bounce through all of these games. And I played Astrobot. I think I had the endurance to keep playing Astrobot, I think, longer than any VR game I've ever played, just because you finish a level and you're like, it's like a piece of candy. You're just like, I need to have another level of this video game. Like, I need to just go right in. And if this was that nuts and I'm looking, there's some kind of volcano in this next level, I got to do volcano. Let's do it. And just what VR needed. I just think it needed not only something that you're impressed by, that gives you a fun wow moment that a lot of different people can play. To see, what was the Rush of Blood? Was the Until Dawn game? It's like, I just, when you chronicle where we are with VR, to see going from Rush of Blood, which is very entertaining, but is one night and you're done, to something that is revolutionary in the platforming genre. Like, we will look back at all of the great, the greats over the years, all the different franchises, and remember this. And it just, if they knocked it out of the park that well, I can't imagine Astrobot 2 is just going to be insane. So hopefully that does well for PSVR and that sticks around. Coming in right at the end of the year, I was wanting to play more of Astrobot, but I could not stop playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, man. Like, I got into that. Just like, let me get to the cultists. People were talking about that. Let me get to more in the story, just so I can kind of see like who these characters are. And then I realized it was about 20% in. I'm like, I can't stop. I have to do everything. I didn't do every quest marker, but I discovered every quest marker. I think I did. Anytime I saw an exclamation point, I did all of those. And I mentioned in deliberations that it's a super huge game, and you said that doesn't necessarily like make a game a good game, but it was
often makes it worse.
It was huge in like a whole different way. Like when I would play Ghost, it reminded me a lot of Ghost Recon, where it was just like, I have to absorb this map because it's so easily accessible. And in Ghost Recon, it was really fun because you could fly a helicopter and then land it somewhere. But like the idea of questing, it was like, I have to believe that that Ubisoft and the Assassin's Creed team, played Breath of the Wild, and they were like, yes, like we were trying to think what it could be, and it's this idea of like, gotta climb that mountain. When I get up there, wow, there's not only a thing to do because of my bird that's pointing out 5 other things I can do around the area. Hunting down mercenaries, hunting down cultists, finding out who some cultist is and sneaking into a base and killing them in their sleep and then sneaking out. Like, I was so much fun. And I played Black Flag recently. I played Brotherhood recently, and I have moments I'm really happy with and I think were really impactful and still hold up in the Assassin's Creed franchise. But I'm so happy about where this series is right now. All the Animus stuff is so confusing. Like, I have no idea the relevance of the stuff that happened in Odyssey, but like, I loved Cassandra as a character. I loved all of the characters surrounding her. I'm so satisfied with the ending I got. That game was like a drug. Like, I just could not. I'd wake up and play, and then do work and play, and then eat lunch and play. Fortnite, number 4. I have so much invested in this video game that started way before 2018, but I just think this game deserves merit, whether you're interested in it or not. Not only based on how fun it is, but its marketing, the way it's evolved, the way it's just kind of like in a Disney sense or a Blizzard sense, just kind of stomping like through the industry and crushing all of these people, like trying to do something interesting in the battle royale space, or like trying to learn from it and apply that marketing like to their own franchise. It's neat because some things happen that are phenomenons that just don't make sense, and it's neat that like it makes sense from top to bottom. Like it's not only something that they struck gold, but then they made that into a gold hotel and everybody's partying in it right now. It's a really really noteworthy game, and it'll probably be around for 2 or 3 more years. But as we said in the script, like this will be the year we'll all remember. And what I think are the big 3 at number 3, Spider-Man. Was I remember like getting the code and downloading it and like pouring myself a Coke and like closing the door and like being like, okay, Sophie, you're taken care of. And I was like, all right. And it finished downloading and I booted it up. And the moment I heard bum, 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 I was like, here we go. And I stayed there like the entire time. Like I think one of the moments where Spider-Man really hit home for me, that because I think it learned a lot from Arkham, and I think in a lot of ways it's as good as Arkham. It's a different hero, it's a different way to do their type of game. But I remember being upset right away that time didn't move with the time of day. The sun didn't move, so I couldn't see sunsets or sunrises in that game, which I'm sure would have been beautiful in that engine in New York. And then there was one moment where I was like, that's why they did it, and I really like it actually, and I think it was very smart. In that Mary Jane called me and she said, okay, we're going to have dinner. I'm ready for dinner. You can come to my apartment. And I was like, all right. And I was on my way there and a crime happened. And I was like, I don't have time. Like, I got to get to Mary Jane's apartment. And I did have time. It didn't matter. Like, it was just a quest. I could have played the game for 8 more hours and not done that quest. And it would have been fine. And it would have stayed nighttime. But the idea that, like, in the typical open world clock, it wouldn't have been like morning by the time I got to her apartment, that they knew we're freezing this moment because you're probably only going to play this game for like 2-3 hours and it would still be dark, like in real time. And so I think it actually made it more realistic, even though they kind of fabricated the way the time moved in that game. And it created these moments where like it was either really cloudy or really rainy, or, it was in the morning or at night. And all of those factored in really well to the moments that they wanted to, the story that they wanted to tell, the moments that they wanted to present in that game. And I got into Spider-Man's brain. Here's the difference. When I played Batman, I felt like I was playing a really, really good Batman game. And there were moments where I played Spider-Man where I'm like, I'm Spider-Man right now. I really, really got inside his head. And I think they did a good job of representing what he feels like and the struggles he has to make. And the second best game released in 2018, God of War. Congratulations to God of War for being the second best. God of War, man. I've said this before, I'll say it again. Play God of War, didn't play a little bit of God of War 2, didn't play God of War 3 at all, still haven't ever, and didn't play the PSP games, just bounced on that series entirely. And there are a lot of series I haven't played in a long time. Didn't play Final Fantasy 15, but like I still love Final Fantasy. And there's a kind of thing where we first started to get murmurs from Huber after he had it, and people like the tremors started to happen where people were getting code and they were playing it and they were like, this is absolutely exceptional. Started to see some like the late launch trailers for that game, and I'm like, this looks absolutely insane. I'm probably gonna have to play this. And I was jumping up and down. I was screaming at the television. Like I forced myself to get good at that game, which is typically a combat style that I'm not good at. Like, I'll probably play Devil May Cry this year, but I won't finish it because I'm just terrible at those types of games.
You got this, Jones.
All right, thanks, man. If you got my back.
Yeah.
But just epic. And obviously, I lean one way in terms of, the second best game of the year versus the best game of the year. But when you talk about epicness, when you talk about taking something that could possibly go so terribly wrong and something that could start off on completely the wrong foot and just absolutely nail everything. So very impressed. I mean, just it's so cool because I remember playing God of War on the PS2 and being like, I didn't know PS2 could do this. And it was neat playing this game, being like, wow, I didn't know we were here. I didn't know you could pull something like this off. Make a game that looks this good, have acting that's this good, have me just openly weep several moments throughout this game, just be completely moved by the story and these actors and that portrayal. And just completely epic. And I've been talking a lot, so I will try to be as brief as I possibly can about my number one game, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Your number one.
I want to talk about three things. What? Sorry?
Your number one game.
I want to talk about three things that don't get talked about a lot because there are a lot of contentious things. The pace, the length, the controls, just kind of what's going on in that game. I think it takes a long time, and it took me a while. It was like I was like 3 or 4 months, hours into that game, and thinking like, where are we going? What's going on here? Like, what should I really be investing in? Number one, selfishly for me, there are 150 different species of animals in Red Dead Redemption 2. Over 150. All of them can be tracked. All of them actually have little like mini missions that you can check in your compendium. You can, obviously if you kill one and skin it, that's how you can gain information on that. But you can also have to study it. I like that I don't know if there's an achievement, but you can study all of the legendary animals that you go after. And if you kill them and skin them, like you're gone. You'll never get that opportunity again. So if you see them in your compendium, like that research thing will be grayed out. You didn't do it. And I only researched a couple people because it's like if you're going to chase after a panther, it's like terrifying to try to be like, just looking at it for a second, researching it through the grass. And I spent hours doing that. I'm not expecting you at home. I'm not expecting anybody in this room to be interested by that. But I watched birds for like 30 minutes. Like I'd go around and I'd be like, for this survival check, I need 2 more bird types. And I would just walk around and like, there's one challenge where I had to like kill birds of prey with a tomahawk. So I'm like stalking eagles. And like, I remember I was doing one mission and an owl landed right in front of me. And I was like, like in slow-mo, I nabbed it like as it was flying off of a shed. Like, there's a lot of things you can debate in Red Dead. I don't think you can debate that game's approach to a realistic environment of the southern United States. Like it is just it's just crazy the amount of detail that's in that game, the amount of stuff that you can do that actually exists. These type of squirrels are real. These type of birds are native to Louisiana. Like, and so as someone who likes hiking, likes camping, likes the outdoors, I was just completely enamored by that and just blown away. Like when you're on horseback and you're running by and a bird flutters away from a bush, like that was not the same bird as 2 minutes ago. Like that was a whole different species of bird. And I just think that's above and beyond and just a really tiny thing that, I don't think is going to tip anybody's scale in a game of the year argument, but was really, really special for me.
That's not what I expected you to do.
I think for number 2, I think the game is incredible, especially after playing Spider-Man, all the DLCs after I finished Red Dead and playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I think one of the most phenomenal, inarguable achievements of Red Dead Redemption 2 is the fact that every single mission starts automatically. That is incredible in open world games, that I just walk up to a person and start talking to them. I loved Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That game stops all the time. That game will stop on a dime for 30 seconds. You're just like... And then like there were some flashbacks where it would be like, flashback, and then I'd see a guy and he'd be like, hey, get up, move that bucket over there. And then like 30 more seconds of loading. I'm just like, oh my God. And it's fine, and I really enjoyed Odyssey, but I think it represents where I would love to see open world games go in the future. And I think it's such a subtle thing. I think a lot of people probably play Red Dead and didn't realize it. That if the game tells me to go visit someone, that person is actually standing there and probably having a conversation that will go on for minutes and minutes and minutes. We'll stop that conversation when they recognize me, and that will go right into the cutscene. And that happened with strangers. That happened with main characters. That happened with enemies. That happened. I just thought that was absolutely incredible. A really, really fantastic technical achievement. And I think the main reason why I'm just obsessed with Red Dead and why it still sticks with me after all the games that I played this year, and I don't think it's something that other games need to do, but I think is so impressive about what they developed with Arthur Morgan. Well, I'm glad that we honored him for our best character of the year. Is that his life is accounted for. Like he has a bed, he goes there to sleep. He gets up in the morning and is around people that are tired and are also waking up. He goes to bed around people that also go to sleep. You see where he eats with those people. In a lot of instances, you've caught food that those people are going to be eating. And it was not only just the fact that I got into him as a character, it was, you can like shut people up that try to talk to you in the camp, like you can like berate like, John Marston's kid. Like there was just so many tiny moments that made me believe that I was actually playing a person, not only a character that I can follow because of their journey that they take in a story, but because they physically live inside of this video game. And looking back at 2018, it's not something that I think Red Dead did so much better than other games. It's something most games, the vast majority of games released any year, just don't do. There's no, like, they don't see a reason to. In a lot of instances, they don't. Again, Odyssey, I have a home now. At the end of the game, the door's closed. Like the game, Ubisoft's like, why would you need to go in your house? Like, Peter Parker can't go in his apartment. Who cares? And I just think the game is exceptional in that sense of actually, living these very, very important, months, weeks and months of Arthur's life and doing it moment to moment. Going to bed and getting up actually means something instead of just like, I want it to be dark so I can stealth better, or I think New York looks prettier at sunset, and so I'm going to pick that, for my end game, excursions. I just think it was, I think the main thing, other than obviously, story and controls and all that stuff, I think we can bicker about forever. But I just think those are the three things that I find very hard to argue with in terms of what Red Dead achieved for that year. I've talked for a considerable amount of time. 2018, everybody.
Lenny!
Woo. Nice, Jones.
Yes, Jones.
Yeah, Ian, get in
I'm
there.
on the couch. I'll go.
Woo!
Hey, on the couch.
So I have a top 5 for this year
Nice.
with a few honorable mentions.
Honorable mensch.
Red Dead,
I
Spider-Man.
see a list of 10 right there.
Yeah,
Who are you
Red Dead,
kidding?
Spider-Man. Those are honorable mentions.
Nice.
You have a top 10 clearly on that top.
All right, I'll just do my top 5 then.
What are you doing?
Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Whoa, in your top
Hey.
5?
Yeah, they
Nice.
were better.
Nice.
For me, like, the top 3 is weird because it's hard for me to rank them against each other. But yeah, The Missing has bad gameplay, but is like the best game of this year. So hard to rank that. But like, yeah, it's a very important story, very well done. The characters are really good. I really loved it. Yeah. And then like, my number 1 is sort of like a weird tie, I guess. Like, my favorite game of the year is Monster Hunter World, like by a wide margin.
Nice.
But I think
Heavy clap.
But I think God of War is probably like the best game of the year, like the most like like well-made game of the year. So that's my list.
Nice.
Nice.
We're allowed to do honorable mentions if you want to.
You made
Shout
me
out.
not do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to
You
vote then?
poked the bear.
That's on you, Kyle.
Do you want to swap?
Yeah, we can
Couch
swap.
swap?
We can swap.
Rip. Who's ripping?
Shrub.
Alright, Greg's gone.
I'll go up there.
We do have we have Don's. We'll make John's
I'm half
read off.
expecting
read off
Huber to
Don's.
put Resident Evil 2 remake.
Evil Within.
Even within 2 DLC.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Me first?
Yeah.
Okay.
You reading his list again?
Nope. Here's my list.
Okay.
It's a very real list. This is the real realness. Marvel Spider-Man, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and number 1, God of War.
Nice.
Being honest. Just being honest.
Huber, should I go or you want to go? You go for it.
I'm
Okay.
just being honest.
All right, I got some honorable mentions here. Actually, 6 honorable mentions.
Nice.
Nice.
Or 5, sorry. Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Nice.
Such a good time, man. Feeling that Left 4 Dead void. Slaying rats with your pals. What more could you ask for? Celeste. Really fun platformer. Diving through little cool obstacles. Good challenge. Valkyria Chronicles 4. Love that first Valkyria. This was just more of the same. Had been a while, so it filled the void nicely. Guacamelee 2, baby.
Ooh, nice.
Nice
Yeah.
little
Shout out.
Metroidvania, dude.
Shout out.
Little slept under the radar, but it's really fun, really great game. Lost Sphere.
Ooh, oh, really?
I have some
Ooh.
problems with it, but I like this game a
Yeah.
lot, even though it has problems. But I do enjoy this game. Nice classic JRPG.
Nice.
Oh.
Totally reminds me of the
Unexpected.
SNES area, so I enjoy it. Let's get to the number 10. Let's go.
Yes.
Number 10, you ready, Kyle? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Nice.
Number 10?
That's right.
Too
low! You're right. Belmont's in it now, baby.
Yeah.
You got Belmont's, you got Cloud, you got Link. What more could I ask for?
You better have 9 better games, dude.
Number 9, Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Yeah!
The dragon rose once again.
So far, so good.
The key actions lived up in that dragon engine, baby. And one of the most satisfying, underrated things is just eating in that game, Huber. You know what I'm talking about. Eating, getting those points up, getting that XP. So satisfying. Number 8, Shadow of the Colossus remake. One of my favorite games of all time.
Count it.
Yeah.
Just remade,
Yeah.
respecting the creator's intent. Blast, played it like 4 times. Loved it. Number 7, Spider-Man, baby.
Yeah.
Zipping around New York.
Yeah.
Always a good time. Super fun. Loved it. Number 6, Astrobot Rescue Mission, baby.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, love this game. Great 3D platformer, VR.
Yeah.
No, I haven't played anything like that game before. Blew my mind. Just pure jolly vibes. 5, baby. Monster Hunter World. Nothing more fun than slaying monsters with your friends, and I got to do it on a weekly basis. Ruled. Let's see. 4, Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Yeah.
Really high for me.
That's too high.
No, not for me.
Swap it with Smash, dude. Swap it with Smash right now.
Nope, this is my list. I love old Castlevania games. This game was just Brad Bait written all over it.
Brad Bait.
Number 3 is Red Dead Redemption 2. Love that game. Gets a little pacing problems, but it doesn't matter. I love the world. I love exploring it. Love the characters. Just a good time. Number 2 is God of War. Whew. I've been God of War since the beginning. I've gone through all of them, and it just lived up. Defied my expectations. Blew me away. Great combat. Great story. Great world. Amazing. Number 1, baby's Dragon Quest XI! Oh yeah, dude. Exactly what I wanted to be. Just jolly-ass JRPG. When I think about it, I just get happy, and I smile every time. It's amazing. Play if you love JRPGs.
Japan wins!
Japan wins.
We lost, guys. We lost.
I'm Japan.
You're
Some honorable mentions, some housekeeping as well. Assassin's Creed Odyssey was on my top 10, but it's in timeout now because of the forced decisions that they put on your character.
Yesterday it would have been
Yeah.
on your list, really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
2019
It is
action.
That was
Dropping a 2018 game.
Yeah, it's
You
on
heard it here.
timeout until I can go through it and then make up my own mind.
All right.
It's on timeout right now. Straight up.
Citrus in the corner.
I respect it. I respect it, Huber.
Shout out also to some unfinished games, Walking Dead Final Season and
Shout
Life
out.
is Strange 2.
Shout out.
Both started last year. But
See you next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see you tomorrow. I'm going to stream that tomorrow, actually.
Nice.
There was one. Oh yeah, shout out to Smash. I just haven't played it enough. It's not on my list. I just haven't been able to experience it the way it is supposed to be experienced locally with your friends.
Wouldn't it be cool if we were doing that tonight, dude?
I know. Let me play. I want to play with you guys.
Shout out.
Yeah, I only got to play with you guys that one night, so that's why it's not on the list.
Dude, we haven't gotten to play.
Huber,
have we?
Huber can
That was
choose
a conversation
Warlords
about
or that.
Oh.
Onimusha or
I mean, I'm always gonna pick Smash as a group game. You know, it's just so
Do it
group
then.
friendly.
Yeah.
All right, so the list. Number 10, A Way Out. Woo!
Yeah.
That's number 10. Number 10.
Whoa!
On the list.
Whoa!
It was really fun. With
Yes.
Blake.
Yes, respect it.
That's a memory.
Dude, yeah, give me more games like this, please.
Yes.
This is just jolly cooperation through and through, whole way. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, and just being able to go through with Brad was, I'll just never forget that game. And I didn't even know about that cool Easter egg you told me about.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
So cool.
Yeah.
Number 9, Bloodstained.
Curse of the Moon.
Curse of the Moon. Out of control game.
The early release Kickstarter only demo for Ritual of the Night.
Shot drop the 31st.
I've always liked Castlevania, but I am not as well versed as some of the other allies. But Bloodstained, for me, had a really nice balance of length, difficulty. Just awesome game. Number 8, Hitman 2.
Yes.
Let it live.
Let it live.
Let it live. Hitman 2. Jones, you said it earlier of sometimes you just want more of something.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
And
yeah.
that's-
Great example.
Yeah.
Just, yep.
Let it
Summon.
live.
Hopefully,
If they only have the money to make one more level, I want that level. If they gotta make one more level and then shut down, One more level.
One more stage, please. Yes. Hopefully Sean Bean comes back. Because, what was his name? The Undying?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
That mission was so
Are
fun.
they like out of money or something?
No,
It just didn't sell as
well.
well.
Yeah, now they're independent, so
Man,
not much else to talk
today
about.
is a celebration. We're not talking about lack of sales, all right?
Right.
No,
Yeah.
none of that.
Number
Save
8,
that for
right?
the podcast.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Number
Come
eight.
on.
Number
Top 10
eight.
of the year. Top 10 of the year.
Number 7, Monster Hunter World Weekly Haunts. I had never played a Monster Hunter game, or I had dabbled in them. The handheld. We don't need to talk about handhelds. Celebration. Playing with you guys. I mean, just waking up on like Sunday mornings and getting that ready and playing and just being with the allies and everyone. That was a highlight of the year, no doubt. I cannot wait to do it again.
Iceborne.
Iceborne.
Geralt,
Yeah.
you nuts.
Winter is coming.
The size of the game.
Number 6, I'm sorry, but they both occupy the exact same space in my brain. Yakuza Kiwami 2 and Yakuza 6, The Song of Life. I'm sorry.
Double down.
I'm doubling down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They're both 10 out of 10.
That's fair. Yep.
They both came out this year.
Yeah.
Just a hell of a freaking year for the Dragon of Dojima.
Take your pick.
Yeah, take your pick. Can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
Dragon by
Spider-Man number 5. Straight up.
Man.
Zipping in Spider-Man is probably the most fun thing I did in my life in 2018. I really can't think of anything else.
Bump it up.
But the game is, yeah, I talked about it. I was like, zipping was, I don't know, dude. Zipping all those buildings. It's pretty good.
Getting married is stressful.
Yeah, a lot of stress.
Like a fun thing,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of stress.
It's just a lot
He
of
was having
stress.
fun.
I was there. It's all right.
It's a lot of stress, dude.
Number 4, Fortnite.
Nice. Building.
Wow, Fortnite really.
Yeah, Fortnite. Okay, you're right. Fortnite. Give it up for Fortnite.
Everyone knows about Fortnite. You dance in it. Like Fortnite, people talk about comfort food or being a warm blanket. Fortnite is a warm blanket, a cup of hot cocoa, and a slice of apple pie while it is snowing outside during Christmas.
Yeah.
It is just the best vibes all the time. You can just play with your friends and hang out, and it can be the least stressful game you've ever played, and also extremely stressful. And I always like when video games cater to many audiences and give you ways to experience it differently from other people. Yeah. Which brings me to number 3. Oh, and it's number 3. It's not number 1 because I haven't finished it yet. It still could be number 1 or 2. Dragon Quest 11. Had kind of a slow start for me. I think because I restarted the game after a while and did Draconian mode. And then the early grind of it was absolutely insane, and it took me just a really long time to get into the rhythm of things. When you finally get a full party, things become more manageable, and the game really starts ticking. And I love that option is there, that you can play the normal game or the hard. Like, I love options, like Jones had a hell of a time with this game. We were talking about it on GOTYs and how you just ate it up and leveled up and you just didn't stop playing and you just loved it. And I love that you can do that, and I love that I can micromanage my builds and abilities, and like every single battle forces me to think and strategize. It's just the best. It is the best game. I love Dragon Quest XI. Oh my god. I want to play right now. Number 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. In an era, in a time of so much to play, so much to watch, so much to do in your lives, it's always about what's next. Next. Burn through this, burn through that. I love that Red Dead Redemption 2 takes its frickin' time. Let me just stop and smell the roses and stare at birds. I love it. I love the story so much. Arthur Morgan, hands down, in a legend of the Old West already. Red Dead Redemption 2 just has the world, and it is so fun to be a part of that world, even if it is brutal. It's just so fun to rob banks and just be Arthur and just exist in that world. Red Dead 2. Last not least, God of War. Leviathan Axe. Charged R2.
That's it.
Good boss fights.
Charge R2.
It's there with Resident Evil 4 now to battle of best sequel / reboot of all time for me. Just a hell of a way to transform your franchise in the modern time. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Go, Blood.
Go, Blood.
Damiani and
Go,
all the Dons.
Damiani.
You got Dons?
Yep.
Oh yeah, go up here.
Oh, yeah, let's do Don's real quick.
Don?
Damiani, you been typing these up?
Nope. I gave up when you guys started going too fast.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
ending was insane. It was insane.
It's like not possible.
Not possible.
Shenmue! I knew it for honorable mention. Sorry, Shenmue. It was really buggy. Sorry to hijack you, Damiani. Go ahead, throw a shout out. Shenmue 1, when I played it, it was a little buggy, and I haven't even gone through 2 HD. That's why. Sorry.
Haven't gone
Had to
through.
let.
Haven't gone through Shenmue 2 yet.
Oh.
On this version.
This version. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just to get that Shenmue shout out, of course.
Huber, I think it's always there. On every list.
Yeah, it's
Just
always there.
sleeping.
I didn't close out 2018 with that, Huber. Do you want me to go first?
Yes.
I can go
Yeah,
first.
you're ready.
Yes.
You're ready.
Of the three.
I'll let you go first.
All right. Honorable mentions. Want to give an honorable mention to Fortnite with friends. Fortnite with friends.
Yes.
Friends. Only way to play.
Yes.
Playing with the allies.
FWF.
Only way to play Fortnite. Probably had a miserable time playing by myself. So much fun. Sorry for going solo sometimes, though.
I love it.
Where's
lone wolf.
Where's
Love
Damiani?
Yeah, can't be
Over here. Damiani's on the other side of the map.
You're a lone wolf.
Had fun with that. Even though I don't build. Shout out to the Messenger.
Yeah.
Love that action platforming. Metroidvania part could have been better, but still a pretty good game. I agree. And finally, I gotta give a shout out to the Final Fantasy 15 PC Royal Edition with 15 mods.
Sick.
With mods.
Oh, yeah.
Playing as Thomas the Tank Engine, the cast of Kingdom Hearts 3, and playing as Shrek. Couldn't get any better than that. Made that a whole different game for me.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3. All right. Top 10 for this year in reverse order. Number 10, Spyro Reignited Trilogy.
Nice.
I love good platformers. I never played this when it came out. I feel bad for it now. I am so happy I got to play this game and experience it this way. It's analogous to me as for the way I experienced God of War. I did not play the original God of War games at all. Maybe played God of War 1 a little bit. Experienced them all through the HD Remastered Collection, Huber. Like, straight up did it that way. I remember our old colleague, Rich Brown, just looking at me and go, "You are so lucky you get to play these like this." I'm like, yeah, I won't do all of them in HD, but it felt just like that with Spyro. Love to see the evolution of those first 3 games with that. Really good stuff. Number 9, Marvel's Spider-Man.
Ooh.
Nice.
I'm going to echo
Nice.
what most everyone else has said here today about Spider-Man. Just love swinging around in that game. I just like doing everything but the main story quest missions in that game. I kept gravitating towards doing all the side objectives. Like, yeah, I should maybe progress the story a little bit here. But the feeling of swinging in that game, I love the stealth. I liked being stealthy in that game.
Yeah.
Best feeling since the Rocksteady Batman games in terms of like superhero stuff. Maybe they're the only 2 that done it that well. Love that. Number 8. Valkyria Chronicles 4. It was everything I could have asked for out of Valkyria Chronicles. Is basically Valkyria Chronicles 1 on like crack. Way more stuff to do in each mission, way more complicated objectives. It wasn't an evolution, but it was just what I was looking for because it had been so long since playing traditional Valkyria Chronicles after having to go through the 2 spin-offs on PSP and not getting a new console one. So great to see that. Hopefully they get another crack at it. Number 7 for me, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom.
Whoa.
No applause.
No, I'm not clapping for that. Yeah, the difficulty has been patched, so you can play it now with really hard difficulty if you want. But I really enjoyed building up Evermore in the game. For any of you who watch deliberations, like basically those arguments. Love building up Evermore. I loved exploring the overworld map. I loved how I never had to grind in that game. And I get that some people are looking for difficulty. It definitely could have been a little bit more difficult in its original version. I will concede that. But I liked how I didn't get held up at every major point in that game and just got to enjoy the world, got to go with the story. I really liked that world. I love that overworld map. Like, exploring that overworld map was a blast. Love RPGs like that. Good stuff. Number 6, Celeste. Celeste. Played that recently. Another amazing 2D platformer. Really good. Really good. Really good music. Pretty intense. I'll give you that. In terms of not just like the gameplay. I only did one of the B-sides, and I can imagine what the rest of them are like and whatever else is harder in that game. So right up there is one of them, like, very challenging, but also a very difficult game to complete. There was actually a part in the stream, if you go back and watch, I'll give you some inside information. I said I had to go take a research break. Was not a research break. Yeah, I needed like an emotional break.
He was mad.
No, it was not an angry emotional. Just I needed an emotional break from the game
Well,
because that's how hard hitting it was.
Hmm.
So very good story in that game. I didn't number these, so I apologize, and I can't count. Number 5, Dragon Quest 11.
Nice.
No, I don't. This was the best traditional / JRPG of the game of this year. Because I'm trying to struggle with like Monster Hunter World. We call it an RPG. I know it's an action RPG, but Dragon Quest 11 to me feels like a more true RPG. So I'd probably name it the best RPG of the year. Maybe I'm torn on that now. But this game so good, except for the music.
Fair.
If fix that music and you have like a masterpiece of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, this game is so good looking. It's so fun to play. I love every single environment in this game that I came across. I really like how we got English VO for this, and there wasn't even VO originally for the Japanese version. Not all of it was great, but I will always take VO over having to read text nowadays, so I really enjoyed that about the game. And some of the VO, like Slavando, great. So good. Yeah, there's like the battle system. I liked how you could play it at a casual pace, or you could play it like I think Huber played it with the draconian options on. Bummer you couldn't toggle them on between, but like I get it. Like they have a more hardcore mode for people who want to play it.
Yeah, I wish you could toggle it, so then everyone could at least try it, and then if it's...
I misunderstood
It's very
that,
frustrating.
and I thought you could toggle it. So
Yeah.
about like a few hours a game, I'm like, all right, chat, I'm gonna kick it up to difficult. And like, no, you're not. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, that kind of
start over.
stinks.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll patch it in or something, but yeah, that's it was, I really like the game. Had a really good time with it, and I really like the story. I only got like to the end of Arc 1, and I was just like the cliffhanger there, just like, oh man, I'm gonna have to go back to this game and finish it at some point. Number 4, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. This game. I haven't had this much fun with a Smash Brothers game since Melee, and it's way more stuff to do than Melee. In World of Light, holy crap, that was an experience. They ever go back to something like that again, maybe they could tone it down just a little bit, but holy crap. would not trade anything for going through that story, or it's not even really story. It's like an adventure mode, honestly. Such a blast. I loved how they tried to take these classic scenarios and represent them through what was only within the game's code with characters and environments, and try and like emulate that theme and atmosphere. Is pretty cool. Yeah, the online's not that great, but like nothing beats the couch multiplayer in this game. This is like the king of local multiplayer this year. Like nothing touches this, and I think it doesn't get enough credit for that. I still like the incentives to go back like every so often are really good. Just going back into the shop, going back to Spirit Board during the events, like I'll catch myself like, I didn't get all the spirits yet. Well, what's the events today? What can I get from this? How can I spend my coins in that shop today? It's kind of addictive. And that classic mode, such a good classic mode, probably the best classic mode they've done. I think the only way they could have made this game perfect was, besides fixing online, would bring back like original break the targets for every single character.
Yeah.
But like, who knows? That could be coming.
It's coming.
Yeah. Number 3, baby. Monster Hunter World. Yo. This game is also another jolly multiplayer co-op game. Thank you to every one of you in chat who played with me over the holiday break.
Nice.
You made it such a great experience. I mean, this game, I don't think I saw anything more shocking or just like awe-inspiring that I had seen in Monster Hunter World. Like what the monsters do to each other in some of the situations. Like there were like at least 2 times where I screamed a phrase, which is when I see something epic, like gargantuan things fighting each other. I shout out what's on the poster the banner that falls down in the original Jurassic Park when dinosaurs roam the earth. Whenever I get really excited about like kaiju fighting each other and stuff like that, I go like, when dinosaurs roam the earth. And I get like super excited because it's so epic. So many moments like that. I realize now some of them were like scripted as if they're always gonna happen. Like the one thing eating the little thing at the very beginning, I forget all their names, but just like swallows it whole. And I'm like, oh, what? I saw that in other people's videos. Like, okay, happens to everyone else. But I think it was like Rathos came down and fought the fire-breathing T-Rex dude, and then the electric, like Fenrir-looking thing also showed up, and I was just like, what is going on here? They're all fighting each other, like slamming each other and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. It's like Dinosaur Monster WrestleMania. It's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Also, everything in that game looks really good, too. And pretty good music. Number 2. Yeah, remember, this is my personal game of the year. Number 2. Because I've only played it this year on Switch. Hollow Knight, baby. Hollow Knight on Switch. Oh, man. You know I really like a platformer and Metroidvania game when I am screaming at it. When I scream any profanity, hit detection, stuff like that. You know it's like pure bliss to me. That's how it works. So yes, every time I screamed bullshit hit detection in that game, it was so good. Also, the adventures of Scapelli in that game were amazing. I had such a good time with that. I made up my own story about all the Hollow Knight things. About the Mantis people.
Okay.
I made
Damiani lore.
I made a leader called Scapelli. It was pretty fun. Those boss, the atmosphere, the music. Oh my god, dude! Atmosphere, music, boss battles in that game. Oof. Thank you, chat, for like pushing me to stick through the what was the first Carnival DLC, whatever. The one you go into the tent. Yeah. And there's like a harder version of it after you come back.
That one's super hard, dude.
Yeah, the Grim Troop. Thank you for pushing me to beat the harder version of it and not give up on that.
You did the full Grim Troop?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Even the powered up version, dude, who I was like, the reflexes for this are too ridiculous. No one beat this. Show me a video of someone who beat this. No one beat this. Of course, chat links me 30 videos. Like, you suck. Damiani just suck. Get good. And finally, my personal game of the year, Shadow of the Colossus.
Wow.
Just one of the best games ever made. They made it look even better. They fixed the controls. They respectfully updated the music. Just that's the key word here. It was very respectfully updated, and yeah, I know it's just an update and a slash remaster, but yeah, you can't really argue with like near perfection. So such a good game. Don't worry, chat. I see all the Final Fantasy 14 mentions. Next year, this year expansion, baby. Don't worry. That's it.
Yeah. Nice.
Do Don's.
All right. Should I go top down? What do you think?
Bottom to
You said
top.
they're not in an order.
They're not in any order.
I promise that, yeah.
Classic
Well,
Don.
Go bottom to top.
Yeah, we got 2 Switch pinball games. Kicking it off. We got Pinball FX3 for the Switch.
All right.
I send down a lot of these codes. They put out like new tables and like, all right, just go straight to Dawn. I don't
And
tell anyone about it.
Pinball Arcade, which I would probably go to Pinball Arcade on Switch, but yeah. A nice shout out from Don. I'm curious actually, because I don't know if he got VR, but Tetris Effect.
Yeah.
Definitely a fascinating game. I'm stoked that wound up on our list for music. Just writes Smash. Just the word Smash.
Nice.
You know
This
what
man smashed in 2018, and he enjoyed it. I'm really glad that Don made it into our Smash Brothers review. I was watching footage of that in the GOTY.
Oh, yeah.
There he is. I wasn't there that night, but Don was. Soul Calibur 6. Yes. Cyberlip.
What?
I don't know what that is.
All right, we need to know
Apparently,
what this
it's
is right now.
a Neo Geo game on the Switch.
Nice.
Cyberlip. Cyberlip.
All right, yeah, well,
Go check
that's
out
awesome.
Cyberlip. Switch is right there. I got download Cyberlip. And finally, you know it, you love it. You probably saw it coming. Yoku's Island Express. Really, one of my favorites. I didn't play it for a millisecond, but really one of my favorite moments of Easy Living. That was definitely. It was fun to just chill and watch somebody else stress about hitting all those little platforming hits and discovering how to get through that game. Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yoku's so good.
Yeah, my list is weird. So
Yeah, no Jurassic World Evolution. Surprising.
Yeah, because I don't really have it ranked, and I have it kind of broken into 2 sections, anyways. Yeah, since we did some shout outs, everyone else did some shout outs. I'll give a quick shout out to Minute.
Shout out.
Yeah, that game, that was really fun. Like, not only just because you could like get through the game in one night, but then you could like go back and try to figure out, okay, what are all the weird little things that I missed, and just the whole concept to me was just great. To like you just figure out what the next thing to do is, and then you just take it just one step at a time. It was really cool. And there's a lot of extra things even in that short amount of time that you could do. The next section I have is the section of games that I should have finished and have not, and will be continuing to play probably over the next few months. First on that is Red Dead Redemption 2, which I'm only in like chapter 2 still, because it's like as soon as that opens up, then I'm gone. So we'll get to that story mission some other time. Yeah.
GOTYs are over. Just stay in chapter 2.
Only 600 hours to go.
But yeah, so I've been doing some hunting and doing some exploring. It definitely took me a while to really get a feel for how that game plays, what I'm supposed to do, and again, because I was like just ready to go out there. Like I didn't miss, but I didn't like realize like, oh, I have to do some of these story missions to get a brush for the horse, because nobody sells a brush for the horse. You just have to do the story mission. Okay, got it. Next, Dragon Quest XI. Again, I bought Spider-Man and Dragon Quest on the same day. I thought I was just gonna like blast through Tomb Raider in a weekend, blast through Spider-Man in a weekend, and then just like bask in Dragon Quest. And no, that didn't happen. I had all kinds of stuff going on. I had to move and everything. So really, just this week, got to finally like pull off that shrink wrap and put a little time into it.
Pull it off.
The last one, which I've been very intimidated by, but finally got into this week, and now just want to keep playing, even though I'm in the middle of these other 2 things. Monster Hunter World.
Yeah!
First time actually playing. Well, no, I did do some like PSP capture for some I've definitely played some old Monster Hunter games at GT.
Geralt's coming,
But
blood.
Real
He's coming in
play.
there.
That's why he's catching up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can play as Geralt now.
getting in there and just, well, yeah, I wanted to catch up for the awards specifically, so that's why I got into it. But yeah, by the end of that day, I was like, I just want to keep playing Monster Hunter. So now for the rest of my list, these aren't fully ranked either. This is, I'll save the number one for sure for last, but the rest of them are just kind of thrown in here together. Detroit Become Human.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got problems with that game, but I would love to see more things like that. I would love to see more games push into that direction, that genre of, not just having like a couple of choices here and there, like an Assassin's Creed or a Telltale game or something, but just this crazy branching set of directions that all of these different characters can go. And I really felt like the way that they set you up for that game to be like, don't replay anything until you've got through everything. Just let it ride. Let your choices just lie where they are, and just keep going and see where it goes. Banner Saga 3.
Yeah.
It's funny. I always want to get into strategy games and not really get into them. I don't know how many times I've like tried to start a Fire Emblem game and then get nowhere. But Banner Saga has been one that I've actually been able to get through all three of those games and see where the journey takes me and just be absolutely devastated by my own choices. Time and time again, and especially with the third one, there was multiple times where I take the headphones off, get up from the PC, and just walk away for a minute just because I have a hard time accepting that what just happened could actually happen in the game. Onrush. Summertime delight. I got to it late because of E3 and the timing of the release date, but really just enjoy just the pure satisfaction of that game. Like, Hubert, you talk about meaningful kills. Like, anytime you get a takedown on a guy in Onrush, it feels so good.
Meaningful takedowns.
Oh, yeah. And I just felt like everything, just that core gameplay was just so finely tuned and well balanced, and performed so well, looked so good. Wish we could have gotten more out of it. Forza Horizon 4, absolutely incredible racing game that I think that you can come at without being like a huge racing game fan. There's a lot of different ways to approach it. The game is designed for you to be able to get through it the way you want, do the kinds of missions that you like. There's some fun things in there, like like anything with dialogue's terrible, but the scenarios that dialogue sets up can be really fun with the stunt car missions and stuff. I really enjoyed the seasons and just how much work went into that open world, how much detail there is, and just things like the air sounds different in the fall versus the winter, and all of this. It's a really solid effort, and I'm very curious what Playground Games is going to do when they start making other stuff that's outside of the Horizon series.
Fable!
Yeah.
Well, even if they do Fable,
Yeah.
whatever they end up doing, it's going to be really cool. Super Smash Brothers. I think, like Onrush, this is another game that, once I got my hands on it, just wanted to keep coming back to night after night, and just try to, I'm never going to be that good, but just try to learn all the nuances of the different characters and get into them and figure out how they work and how this crazy game goes, and really like, getting those opportunities, the few and far between opportunities to play with you guys and just like put that stuff to the test and fail horribly at my Wario plans. Spider-Man, which I played through over that Christmas break. A lot of has already been said. I think, like Damiani, I really enjoyed getting in there and doing stealth on guys before getting the combat going. I really like using the webbing on guys and just sticking it to them, blowing people off of buildings, having fun with those gadgets and combining them and stuff. I think one of the like greatest like combat moments I had was when I realized that you could use a mine like to attach it to one guy and then it would stick to another guy, and they would just both like smash together. It's so fun, and I really appreciate that they explored all of the characters as people, and not just like Spider-Man just doing his missions, but he's got rent to pay. He's got to juggle his personal life and all of that. I thought it was really cool. And then my number one is God of War. A game from a series in which I played no games before it. Because I never liked Kratos. I never liked the emphasis on, let's see, all the different ways that we can rip body parts off of things. But this God of War really, really captivated me with the world and the characters, and I really, really enjoyed digging into the combat and trying out the different abilities and different techniques and combos and things that you could do. And I think that all around it was just a really fantastic game.
There we go. There are the 9 favorites from the 9 allies, including Dawn, who cannot actually be with us here tonight to be playing games. Is there anything we want to take care of before we
Patreon
move on?
I got the Patron GOTY.
You ready?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Bossman asked our lovely patrons at patreon.com/easyallies what their game of the year was.
Hollow Knight.
And Kyle's got the results.
We have 11 nominees because there's a tie for 10th.
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
that was cool. So, in 11th place, Tetris Effect.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Give him recognition.
We have a tie for 9th place between Octopath Traveler and Astrobot Rescue Mission.
Hey.
That's good.
We have a tie for 6th place,
Wow.
Dragon Quest XI.
Oh, nice.
Good job, chat.
Good job, chat.
Wait, how'd you go from...
Hollow Knight, and Monster Hunter World.
There we go.
We're in there. We're in more than 2.
Some things that
We're in there.
Number 5, Celeste.
Yes.
Number 4, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Number 3, with 9% of the votes, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Number 2, with 15% of the votes, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you, Patron.
And number 1, with a stunning 43% votes,
Wow.
God of War.
Correct.
Wow.
Reflective.
I don't know if we've had. Well, I mean, we've only done that like
sweep.
twice, right?
Yeah.
But like that was crazy. It was not close. It was not close.
Wow. Shit.
Yeah.
The people have
Game of the
spoken.
year.
Spoken.
Yeah, the
And thank
patrons.
everybody on Patreon that
People have spoken.
participated. Thanks for
Oh
voting.
yeah, I know it wasn't easy. Thank you to everybody who put in the effort to vote, because yeah, the system's a little whack, but we get results.
Where was Kiwami 2?
I would have made it if that Titan wasn't there.
Kiwami 2 was not there. Number 12 was Shadow of the Colossus.
Nice.
Was Kiwami 2 in
How
the
far?
top
How
20?
many? How far down does it go?
I don't know if Kiwami 2 is top 20.
Write it in, chat. Write it in.
Right in is how it started, so.
Yeah. They're all right.
But it's
So
really
mail
fun
it.
to reminisce, and like we would thank you so much for being a part of that, so we can get your perspective on these things. Some of that, is in line with what we think, but it's neat to see a game like Celeste, really get just tons and tons of recognition at the end of the year from a lot of different people.
Yeah, I like to see Octopath Traveler. You know what I mean? It's not all bad for that, and so
Yeah.
that's cool. That got in the top 10 for sure. Yeah.
Again, Octopath 2, come on, baby,
Oh yeah.
fix it.
Yeah.
You know what you got to do. You know
Hey.
what you got to do.
Fix it.
Good start.
Yeah,
It
really,
was.
really good start.
Also, thanks to anyone who hung out for 7 hours or more.
Right?
Yeah. You maniacs.
If you missed all that stuff, it's
I
now
want that to be the
available.
marketing.
All that's
It's on
available on our
YouTube,
channel, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can watch the deliberations, which has the GOTY video on the end of it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or you can just watch the GOTY video yourself. Just that video. I think that's 18 minutes.
23. It's
23?
the length
Yeah.
of a TV show.
All right. So yeah, if you want to pass on to a friend or family member, and you're like, oh, Easy, I did their GOTYs.
Oni Black Mage, thanks for the 5 gifted subs.
Yeah.
And shout outs to Pepe El Toro for 20 gifted subs.
Nice! Thanks to everybody who's subbing and resubbing tonight.
Thank you,
Yeah,
everybody.
thanks,
So,
everybody.
Now that we have discussed the best of 2018, it's time to play the best of 2019.
Yeah.
Onimusha Warlords.
Yeah. half hour. It feels right to do on
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Just start a new game, right? I'm like 3 hours in. Right.
Yeah, just starting again.
Boot it
Start
up.
a
Jones
new
is
game.
3 hours in.
Madman.
I love it.
Yeah, that's quick.
Should we go there?
Go
It's
there.
a short game, actually. 3 hours in is pretty long.
That's like near the end.
Yeah,
it's really short.
It's that short?
It's like
short.
4 or 5 hours. Yeah.
Wow, I don't. My memories, I'm
Like
bad at it.
cutscenes in the opening, though. Just
played-
prepping you.
We're skipping those.
Unskippable cutscenes.
Yeah, 2 is like way
You die
longer.
and go back to a save point. You are watching that cutscene again.
Okay.
Oh yeah, puzzle room, Jones.
Bosses have really slow intros. Go get a glass of water or something.
I like a slow boss
That
intro.
boss
Got
on
a
the roof,
glass
that
of
was
water.
sick.
So Souls.
Oh, Hubert, would you be able to rank the 8 Will Ferrell movies?
that you had to watch
Yeah.
as a punishment.
Would you be able to rank those?
Is Bewitched in top 3?
Yes.
I would have guessed.
Wow.
Of those 8?
Yeah.
What was the worst?
I didn't even see Bewitched.
The worst, hands down, was Night at the Roxbury.
Hands down?
Complete and utter trash. I would not wish anyone to have to sit through that movie.
Were you watching this with anyone or by
No,
yourself?
by myself on my computer.
I think there's
Honor.
something about those movies. So like they're not made to be watched by yourself.
I
Not
remember
maybe
being...
watched out of
It
1996.
doesn't hold up.
I remember being
Nostalgia
moved.
will blind you.
No, he gets Chris Kattan back by playing the song, dude.
It was a different time.
I probably
being
haven't seen it in
moved,
10
dude.
years.
It's a different time.
Being moved. I thought I'd never hear somebody move.
You crap on
Night at the
Zoolander,
Roxbury.
but you're going to defend Night at the Roxbury?
Zoolander 2 is what we disagree about.
Okay. No, yeah, Zoolander 2 is not good.
Right.
It was nice to
Zoolander, I like
see
Zoolander.
Michael Clark Duncan in Night at the Roxbury. That was emotional for me. I
Oh, I
liked
can skip
seeing
this
him.
stuff at least. Okay.
And it was nice seeing Bowie in Zoolander.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
another highlight.
Bowie.
If our princess is at the
the walk-off.
Billy Zane.
Billy Zane.
The Western
Listen to your
Zane.
friend
Billy Zane.
Listen to your
dude.
friend Billy Zane.
Yeah.
Kaede, I'll go north. You follow them through the other way.
Jones, you gotta go Japanese, man.
Oh, yeah?
It's
He has
uncut.
He has to boot out though.
Oh, you got to start the whole game that
No
way?
time.
It's,
Well, you have to go to the menu.
if you
No,
Or the menus at the open and the. Oh.
You-
if
I
you
tried to
play
do it
on
today.
English, there's some of the cutscenes are censored.
All right, when
Can
I
you
go
press
to
start
save
again?
it, I'll.
Can you
Wait,
press start
really?
again?
Sure.
Something's wrong with that P.
What?
I don't know about that P.
On
Of
maps.
course I know.
I mean, Quip, look at that P.
What are you saying? It's too
No.
close.
I don't know. There's something wrong with
The
it.
space between the P and the S right there in maps is
in
a
the
little iffy.
Yeah.
subtitles, there's a space before the W and follow.
And that's not right.
We walk up this trail here where we get another cutscene, you see.
Whoa,
Storyteller.
Good thing we walked up that trail, huh?
Oh. Guys, covered in
I
blood.
love these guys.
They can't see it. Chat can't see the game.
Was your game up?
Oh, they couldn't see what's wrong with the P.
Oh, okay.
I see.
They can't see that P.
That, you gotta see the
Chop him
pack.
up.
Dude, I remember that sound. Dude.
Jones,
Same
do you
sound
use
every
the
time.
R1 stance at all?
No, it's I kind of figured out really kind of. I remember using it a lot when I first played this, but in this it's like the dodge you do with it does not go very far. Some bosses just do a huge axe sweep, and it's like I just do 1 or 2 slashes and get the heck out of there.
All right, Hubert, how do you feel about this
Princess Yuki,
this cropping that they did here?
Dude, it's so weird.
Yeah, I play 4x3. There's less
Shake.
the shake. 16x9. There's just a lot of see that shaking.
Oh,
I can't handle it.
Yeah.
So I immediately had
Yeah.
to put 4x3.
He's just
And I
nervous.
think it just looks a little better in 4x3.
Well, yeah, you see more of the screen, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
4x3.
4x3.
Not as good as our remakes.
Raiders,
Yeah,
you
you
can. You want to play a little?
No. I'm
Show
sorry.
us
I'm like
some
backseat criticism over here.
John, sometimes I'm really impressed by the games that you play. Like, to me, I think it's really cool you're 3 hours into this, dude.
Yeah, Jones. Hero.
I'm hoping we get Onimusha 2.
Yeah, I just hope it's already in the works and
Jubei.
that this isn't a test.
Yeah.
You know?
2 is so cool.
You can play this on Switch, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
What a wonderful age we
It's
live in.
awesome, yeah. Man, when's that Dragon's Dogma on Switch?
4 months from now. It's a
Ugh.
waste.
Yeah.
Why did they announce that so far away?
I feel like that DMC5 boss has the same dialogue.
Capcom.
Calls you like a pitiful bug and says useless.
Yeah. Capcom, baby.
They kind of just have flashcards for bosses. It's just like, okay, pitiful, bugs, useless.
I love this too. A lot of people get knocked out by getting hit in the stomach in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like Shinobi sidekick. When somebody like punches her in the stomach, she just passes out. I'm like, oh,
It's never
all
the
right.
head.
Okay.
Samanosuke is such a good name.
Yeah, it is.
Samanosuke!
Frickster.
Kind of like Ocarina of Time vibes here, where he's just like talking to all the sages.
Oh yeah.
The dialogue it's really something
Put on
special.
Japanese, dude.
Japanese.
It helps.
It really helps.
Look at the
sure,
little
I'm
light
sure.
under him, I love it.
It really helps. They like
You were not
re-recorded
capable of
it.
destroying the demons. It's
The
a kind
bad
of,
English voicing is like one of the best parts. It's so good.
but it's,
Yeah,
it's like
it's
one of those things where like nobody recorded their scenes together. So like they all said the statement kind of like they were reading it like a speech, not like they're actually talking to another person.
Yeah.
We are the clan of ogres that has been subverted by the demons.
Yep.
What a setup.
Defeated, seal their souls to your right hand.
I love how quick the orbs go away. You gotta like suck them up.
Yeah.
It's like taking the hits.
But then you can get.
to get the orbs.
Figuring out when to time it, like, oh, do I attack or do I go for the
demons.
orbs? Yeah, it's really good. What's your favorite of the weapons?
I like the lightning sword. Just classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like all of them.
The heavy one's cool.
The heavy one's probably my favorite.
The
It's
Zidane,
fire.
the Zidane wind one's
The
sick,
wind one's
too.
really, yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
Did you buy this too, man?
Yeah, I did. I'm like
Has smiled upon me.
60% through the Switch version. So
Dude, everyone played today.
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I played it on the plane right back.
All of those monsters.
It was up, no,
Save the
like
princess.
Oh, Ben's been playing the Japanese version.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
which is in English.
True game.
Yeah.
Yeah. True gamer. True gamer.
I mean, it's the same thing.
He's ready. Nice.
You got
Great.
instructions.
Awesome. Let's go. Oh, wait. Didn't save.
Man, printer background should have never gone away.
I know.
Dude, I love this game as like the ranking.
Yep.
I love
Speedruns,
that.
baby.
Yeah, it's so cool.
That S rank.
Go to like
Number
16,
two.
dude. Don't
Yeah,
mess up your
Jones,
save.
don't-
Well, no, 16 is closer to where I am right now. So
Oh, no.
2 is
Look
at all
only
these
15 minutes in.
saves.
So.
Jones, why are you making so many saves, dude?
Jones is
That's
unhinged.
how you do, man. They give me the spaces, I'll take them out.
That was the best response, Jones.
You gave me the spaces.
You got the squares, I'm gonna use them.
When I was
Warriors.
playing on the Switch, I like just missed the bow. I have a ton of arrows. And I just-
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bow's weird.
It
yeah,
is.
the
It's
bow,
like-
the bow is
If
weird.
anybody's up above me, it's like
They're coordinated.
You know,
They're
whatever.
coordinated they are.
Yeah.
These guys are the best to kill. They're so fun.
classics.
Yeah.
The hit sound that
Yeah.
is really good.
And it's like the same every time.
I like that you stun people by hitting them. You know, like when somebody's gonna do an attack. Like if you get an attack in on them.
Yeah.
Nice
Sick
block.
block.
Yeah. So you can
Don't show
do
off
like
those blocks, Joe.
a little bit of this move, but I don't do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Doesn't need it.
The hardest, the most difficult
You can,
thing about this game is the
you
camera.
can switch
man.
weapons without going to the
Like
menu.
just playing an action game with a fixed
Oh,
camera.
sure,
is
So
like,
nice.
I still find myself just like out of habit going to the
I
menu.
love this.
What can you switch without?
It's like I'm out of here.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, forget Samanosuke?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. They picked the
Oh,
wrong.
man.
They picked the wrong guy to lock in here. You're locked in here with me.
How does that one hit attack work? You know,
It's
so then
right at the right moment. It's counterattack.
It's like right when they attack.
It's
yeah.
like a Resident Evil 3 situation with the dodge. I could never do it.
Oh,
It just
okay.
happens.
I do it a lot of
accidentally.
Yeah,
times when
it would
they'll
happen to
phase
me
in.
accidentally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
A lot of times the enemies will phase in, and I'll just like it'll
Yeah,
be right
yeah.
next to me, and I'm like, oh cool,
That's
I
what's
did
happened to me, yeah, when they spawn.
it.
Ah.
One of the only really genuine moments in the entire game. Rest of
Man, I
it's
think it
very
looks pretty good.
very straightforward.
Yeah, it does.
Very sorry. Please forgive us.
I'm blown away with what they did to it. Like, they went above and beyond. It's not just a simple port job.
The
Do you know what would be above and
attacked
beyond?
by them.
2 through 4,
I know.
please.
You ever played 4?
I do think some of the eyes are a little weird, but that's always seems to happen. Like with Assassin's Creed, remember there are weird eyes going on?
Did we watch the CG intro to this?
I actually like their eyes, dude.
no,
Jones
dude.
did.
These
Oh,
guys,
it's
some of the
it's
other.
so
It is-
good.
it is
it's
pretty
long,
I'm
long,
rushing a little bit. Sorry.
but it's
I like
very,
how that
very
guy
good.
collapsed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That 3 cinematic though.
Like the most
I need to play
expensive
2, 3, and
for the
4.
time. Avatar.
Are
budget.
2, 3, and 4 all about the same length, or
Yeah,
do they fluctuate?
they're longer. A little
Yeah, I think
longer
2's
than this.
longer.
This is the shortest one.
Okay.
The cinematic
Nice.
in 3 is one of the best cutscenes. of
Yeah,
all
that was
time.
that's great. One of the best trailers.
What, the opening? Or?
Yeah, the opening cinematic.
Get some down.
Is the guy this way dead, or is? Oh yeah, he's
When
dead.
he sat on the ground, yeah.
Yeah. So good.
John's leaving that herb on the ground.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a big
little backseat.
I want to make sure he's prepared.
Yeah,
All right?
yeah.
You got hospitals coming up.
Front seat Hubert.
I like the herb, herb to medicine system. It's kind of cool.
Are these like canon with Resident Evil? That's like the same herb.
Yeah, it's
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, it's Capcom.
There you go.
The Dino Crisis, Resident Evil, Onimusha, and Devil May Cry are all like
I've always considered them
in
part of the
that
same
family,
that's
but
the
they're
hill I
not in
want
the
you to
same
die
like,
on.
lore
Where, like,
universe.
They're clearly connected.
They're clearly in the
The
same
terms are the
universe.
same.
Yeah.
Yet.
Been
Yeah.
asking if
DMC5.
Resident Evil 2 Remake is going to combine them
Yeah.
all.
That
The
DMC5
Capcom universe.
Put them all together.
Yeah, John.
Capcom's
It is
got
so
a buddy.
good. Like
We have heard
Devil
about
May
the
Cry
Star Wars
even was sort
cancellation.
of.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I mean, it started
We've
out.
very much heard of it.
Well, I like that Resident Evil. It's actually always bioweapons. You know, it's never actually like a supernatural witch or anything.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild vibes in this game?
Not yet.
Yeah, I hear it.
Right?
I think
Correct.
there's a time where you like think it's something
The
supernatural.
the prototype 4
I
had
love this.
supernatural stuff.
Is he still alive? No.
Oh,
Yes,
I know what
dude,
you're talking
with the
about.
ghosts and all that?
The guy with
Yeah.
the chains.
Yeah, that
or
was
whatever,
so
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
That was sick, Brad.
That is true, isn't it? Didn't Onimusha and DMC start as Resident Evil spin-offs?
Yeah,
they all
Combined
did.
spin-offs. Yeah. So they are kind
So
of
Resident Evil
They're the
made
same
everything
family.
good in the world.
made every series
That's right,
ever.
I like the
All
system. You get like different chapters of the book.
Wait, show me that again?
You get different pieces of the same book. So like there are puzzles that'll ask you trivia questions about the game's story,
Ooh.
and you need like all parts of the book to like
The
a
lore notes
cohesive
in this
narrative.
game are awesome.
They're top tier.
They're
classic.
so good.
Talking about like sucking up humans' organs and
Yeah.
stuff for the power of the demons.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Like you do.
Huber, do you want to be a front seat Sherpa right now?
No, I'm really enjoying watching Jones play this.
Okay.
And
The
shoot
notes-
questions.
The notes are like, I'm a
Good job
terrible
on those
coward.
guys.
Here's how these people died. Yeah.
Lightning.
I
So
do
fun to
think the
use.
special attack, the lightning special attack, is the most satisfying.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good.
It's
Combo.
really good, yeah.
Should we have the like water puzzle queued up for Jones? Because I hate it.
I feel like you
it.
just
Oh, I
fumble
screwed
through
up.
it. Like, that's...
I screwed up.
Yeah, it sucks.
Ooh,
Those are
Jonesy.
so fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
green toes.
nice.
Yeah.
I would
Green
skip
teas.
that.
What? You can't. You need that
I
either.
did a really
Yeah.
hard one on the
You-
first try, and I laughed after I finished it. Like, all right,
Brad's
moving on.
right. That one you have to
You
do.
need that.
Dang.
Toots.
Sorry, Camo.
Oh yeah.
Power Jewel.
I would uninstall then. Like I have.
Well, we
I'm not
just
doing
save
that
you
puzzle.
money if you're thinking about it.
Yeah.
Kyle would uninstall too because he wouldn't do the door thing.
Upgrading it?
And
The door thing, I think, would bother him.
It's bad game design.
Yeah.
What's the door? We haven't seen it yet.
You have to level up your
Gotta grind.
orb to open some of the doors.
Like this right here.
Yeah, this is level 1, but like some of them will have 2 or 3, so your thing needs to be level 2 or 3. So like, you better
Gotta
have
go back and
upgraded
kill
it.
some guys.
Yeah,
Or
you
you're
have to level up
grinding.
your weapons in that separately.
Yeah.
But it's like the way that rooms are set up. It's kind of like Resident Evil, where it's not hard to find enemies. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh,
Once you know about it, you're fine.
and the Dark Realm is pretty fun. So it's like a tower. The descend is, and the enemies get tougher as you go along. And then any point,
yeah, I
any
forgot
point you
about
can
that.
bail.
He did the.
It's an easy way to grind.
That was in 1? I thought
Big
they added that for 2. Wow, that's crazy.
RE2 is about killing as few enemies as possible. You know.
Sometimes.
I was trying to kill everybody.
Man, the
in
way
Resident
some of
Evil.
those zombies break apart in that demo. Man.
Save your ammo, Jones.
Can I
walk
still
right
get
by.
that demo?
Don't need to.
That's the exact opposite.
And you
I
should-
need those
you should
orbs.
totally play it.
No, I mean in Resident Evil.
But
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna buy it, you know?
Yeah.
That comes out in like a week.
Yeah.
This is a cool enemy, Axe guy.
But I feel like because you know it's 30 minutes, you play it.
Nice.
Oh, I
So
suppose.
sick.
He
like-
threw
Or
it.
I did
Yeah, that was
anyway.
cool. I wonder if he's got to go get it.
You just kind of go for everything.
It's
Yeah.
still there.
There it is,
Nice.
Jones. You got the
My
crit.
memory of 2 is
Nice.
definitely not as pristine as my memory of 1.
It won't. It's very different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think people who played this on PS2 are pretty cool.
First game I bought on PS2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
remember
definitely,
buying
yeah, I
this.
loved Onimusha back in the day.
Yeah.
I think the first.
See, like,
What was the first 2 games I had on?
That one you
PS2?
can't. I need this twice.
No, I had Madden 2001.
Did you get a launch one?
Wow.
I did.
What was your team?
I don't remember.
Who was on the cover?
Probably the Packers.
I think it was the Tennessee Titans. Somebody from the
Elway.
Tennessee Titans was on the cover. If I remember correctly.
Yo, Jones, I feel like that sound, we gotta kill this guy and then kill one of these guys and tell me this isn't the sound of Man-Bat from animated series.
Okay, which one? Which sound?
This guy when he dies.
Okay.
Sure.
I swear, someone copied someone.
What a pull.
Someone ripped that sound effect.
It's probably just a sound archive or something.
I don't know.
It might be an
Fishy.
animal. It might be like an actual, like a lot of movies use like camels and like monkeys
I
and.
mean, pigs are pretty common, yeah.
But also, like, Huber, I feel like you get somebody in a
Tekken
booth
Tag
and you're like
was
making
one of the
noise,
first
and it just goes. Like, there's only so many noises you can make, I think.
Like the Doom imps, I think, are camels.
But it's like the same frequency or same tone.
I think you do it by, like, inhaling.
Good one, Kyle.
I like that you always do this with your hands when you're making noises like that.
That's how I act.
Give
I
some
act with
Jones.
my hands. Students always act with your hands. The character starts with your hands.
Yeah, the action goes first before the words.
Good kills there, Jones.
Thank
Just
you.
cleaning up.
If anybody says the PS2 is the best system, it's really hard for me to have any evidence against them.
Nintendo Switch.
Switch is very good.
PS2 just has
But
so much.
its story is still being written.
Oh,
And
why
I
is he
love
dying?
this-
What happened?
No,
he's
he's
just-
He's just like,
relieved.
oh my god.
Okay.
And I love this, like, a little more
Someone
elaborate
else
than
gets
the
it.
Resident Evil games. Like way more NPCs you meet in the game.
they're
It's
just
really
out
cool.
in the castle.
Yeah. Blocking doors.
This game holds up.
Are we a chosen boy? Is that why the spirits chose us?
Sure.
Right place, right time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or wrong time. Man, I might have to buy this for the Switch.
You should.
You should.
I
Please.
love-
Ian, please do it.
Oh,
Support it.
Alright, hand me my
We need
Switch.
Let it live.
everyone.
Hand me my Switch. I shall purchase the Onimusha.
We need everyone to purchase Onimusha, so they're
Well, actually-
like, oh, okay. We'll put 2 and 3
I think
out
I
and
know
4.
this. Wait, I think I might know this.
Name
off
the
the top of my
relic
head.
created by
But do
Yeah.
it all as
ogres
one.
to destroy the demons.
Give me the whole.
think
The whole
it's-
package?
Yeah.
What happens if you get it wrong?
Oh,
It just doesn't open.
I wanted that at first.
1% battery. I'll do it later.
Okay.
Man,
Oh,
I really
Send
love
a message later.
I really
remind
love
me.
live purchases.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, it might just be gibberish. I think it might change with every playthrough, actually.
You know
weird.
what? Switch
Yeah, I don't recognize
shades.
those. That's
Okay.
funny.
I love.
Tesla infinite power from the air.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nailed it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I think I
Buying stuff
wasn't-
on your phone is nice.
Oh,
like
yeah,
on
yeah.
PlayStation.
For
I just
sure.
wasn't expecting the
Or Xbox.
amount of work they did on this version. So that's why at first I was like, yeah, it's weird. It's only the first game, but considering they did so much, it's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. Give each game the proper treatment.
Love and care.
Jones, you don't have to save, dude. It's just we're playing for a half hour.
Yeah, I guess. If I die, though, there's no autosave.
Oh.
Then we'll
Yeah.
go to your.
That's one thing I'm surprised
Yeah.
they didn't do. Some
Purist.
A checkpoint here and there, please.
Keep it all
They're all like Hubert.
That messes with the ranking system.
I love this dumb
Where's the
red
princess?
demon.
Oh,
I
sure,
love
yeah.
him.
What did they change
Straight out of
besides just
Inuyasha.
the resolution?
What's that?
What did they do to it besides just up resolution?
Completely redid the VO, I think.
Oh,
the
really?
Japanese VO.
I believe
Yeah.
there's new music as well.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Oh, dude.
And things like the Cookie Clip.
I like his line about humans
This
tasting
guy-
Analog Sport. The original was.
Oh yeah.
This guy
you're
looks
right,
like he's
Tito.
out of like
Yep.
the original Star
Oh,
Wars
man.
movie, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does. Look
This
like
guy was
the
definitely
Rancor.
Jabba's
You're
pals, for
right.
sure.
The guy that gets eaten by the Rancor.
I mean,
Onimusha and Monster Hunter
he
World
looks like
One.
he's part Rancor.
Yeah. Oh, no.
This is a cool fight. I like it. He's got a good moveset. Some you can block, some you have to dodge.
It's crazy the edge of your HP is a little
Little bit of
ambiguous.
health there.
Just kind of fades off.
What does he smash this?
No.
You can see it.
Yeah, you can see it.
I can't.
Nice,
Uh-oh,
Jones.
Kyle.
It might be a different prescription.
Oh.
It's that gradient.
Gotta love it. When the fixed camera doesn't have the enemy in view and you're just waiting. You're like,
Yeah.
I know they're coming.
Come on.
I know they're coming. There's his little
Oh.
fingers.
Don't forget your magic.
Little zap.
I still have bad memories of Damiani getting stuck in RE3.
Yeah.
We're waiting for Nemesis to walk in the gardens.
We'll have redemption.
Okay.
When that remake comes out.
He's
Yeah.
11-3, baby.
When the RE3 remake
5
comes
years from now.
Easy living 5.
Cool combo.
4K Nemesis.
Oh, 8K. That's
8K
Nemesis, dude.
Some health. Oh no.
Oh,
Nemesis makes me
You
too
have to buy, like,
stressed out.
Ray tracing on him.
Nemesis
Too
is very
stressful.
stressful.
Whoa!
You know what makes me stressed out? 4K Tarantula.
Nice.
I thought of you last night when I was playing.
Jonas, did the game teach
The
you
good
the
thing
lightning
about
combo?
RE2 though is there's not that
It's,
many.
It's just triangle.
like a
It's
couple
literally just
full-
triangle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a special move, Kyle. Each weapon has its own magic move.
So
That
he
one?
throws it in at the end of a combo, or he's hitting triangle?
It's literally just triangle
Just
does that. It's like a little. You see a little
Little combo.
And it eats
blue
your MP.
zazz.
Got it.
Man, Neo 2's coming.
Yeah, dude.
This game's very
Nice,
Neo.
Jones.
I was thinking about it today. I played so much Neo, but to go into Neo 2, I need to refresh
eyes.
myself on all of the systems and everything.
Well,
all of that
the-
is gone.
This time
want
time for you to go back to the underworld.
Face
Yeah.
buttons and it just blows my mind.
Payday.
But like Souls, I've had
Hey,
multiple games to beat into my head.
Yeah.
and here-
Wait until Sekiro, dude. Wrapping your head around Sekiro's controls and the fact that you can't play it like Souls is weird.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
Like a good hour before
you
you're
just started
like,
to rap
okay,
there, man.
I get it.
Souls controls.
Soul control.
So,
You know what? I wish he used his fists
love this
against the pots. You know what I mean?
Sure.
To me, it's hard for me to believe this
I think
character
my
using his
final
blade.
clock on
Or like
Neo,
the hilt.
finishing it
Yes.
was
What a bad guy.
60 hours. What was that?
What?
Like this
I
Hellraiser
think
action.
it took me about 60 hours to finish Neo.
I was
Oh,
like,
ooh, a
I was
liver.
loving Neo, and then you guys kind of just dragged on, and it was the same enemy, so I never actually beat it.
Yeah, it's a little.
That's
too
so
long.
sick.
Yo, this is the
Shrimphead.
The end is pretty
Orochimaru
nuts.
of the Onimusha series, Kyle.
I
He comes
love
back?
it. Oh god,
I mean,
There's
so-
something I want
He
to
like
talk about.
statues bodies and stuff. Yeah.
I should go back and finish.
He wants immortality.
Play the drone.
He wants to like advance the demons.
Yeah, this guy rules.
So he's like a scientific.
Nobunaga?
Nobunaga.
I operated on and
Jeez,
resurrected
English
the
voice is so
typical
funny,
Nobunaga
I love it.
after he was killed in Okihazuma.
This is he's my favorite.
Echoes, dude.
Demons, and takes this eternal
Dude, that'd be such a good cosplay.
Oh, that guy from Onimusha.
True. Now let me show you my
Gildenstein
I
is
feel
his
like he
name,
needs,
right?
like,
What is it?
Some crazy.
80s movie prosthetics. I need to see a live action movie.
These guys are cool.
They are
Very,
cool.
very, very, very cool enemy design. A lot of
and
tricks.
they're very annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes, they're cool.
Because one will appear in the zone that you don't even know he's in
Ew.
there, and he'll just come along
They're
and grab
so
you.
gross.
Oh,
So when you kill
It's
him,
worse.
you split him in half, he'll
Yeah,
turn into two
Guildenstern.
different people. So there's another guy. And then he'll do the Groot, where he'll reach on the ground.
Rad.
Oh, that's it, yeah.
Wait, how do you win then?
I think
Sometimes
it
it's
stops
fun.
doing that
You
after a
just keep killing them.
And the downside is like a guaranteed no.
they don't want
The
the-
wind
Like-
magic is really good
while. So look at this,
at
trying to grab me.
killing them at once.
Yeah, I think magic stops him.
Yeah. I use wind a lot on these games.
Wind.
And win!
Wait, you forgot the.
Get that glowing orb.
Oh,
yeah.
that glowing orb.
Oh, that did.
Whoa.
New weapon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
Important.
Big boy sword.
You slow.
Do you upgrade your weapons?
To upgrade the weapons,
You
and
like- you like
the
the wind
orb
weapon.
upgrades the key. It's
Yeah,
like
I just
the
go
key.
blue sword the whole entire
Oh,
game.
So you have to. You either go for
It's
like
the classic.
door unlocks or
Can't
power
change
your
weapon while you're running.
See,
Gotta
I feel
stop.
like
Arm
You
and
can go.
spine in a tube is really cool.
this sword was my most used weapon. I don't know. You kind of use everything a lot.
Yeah.
Gotta switch.
I don't hear Jones doing a lot of deliberate button presses.
He's having fun.
He's having fun.
Yeah, Jones
Yeah,
is
I'm hearing a lot of
harder than
t-t-t-t-t-t.
Yeah, you can coach him.
Buttons make sounds, Kyle.
Okay. But I want to hear like tap.
All right.
It's
Man
too
bat.
fast of a game.
I can't not hear man bat, dude. Every time.
It's not about performance. It's about the
Dual
performance of
blades
the
in
performance.
three.
Yes, we're streamers.
My fingers gotta sound good. Is that how far we're taking this? And then these jerks.
Yeah.
These jerks.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
switch
God,
your
I
weapon
remember
for these
these
jerks.
guys.
Gotta be quick.
Anytime you got floating skulls.
Yeah, these guys are hard.
Question for the
Nice,
group.
Jones.
Like this.
Norbit.
Jones, nice.
Don't let
They-
him go.
You
Oh
can't.
no,
No,
no.
they steal it. They steal it automatically.
Jones, dude. Professional.
I've been playing a lot.
You're gonna blow away.
Those guys are tough. You gotta.
I guess we are literally professional gamers.
Yep.
Shh, don't tell them.
I mean, we do this for fun.
So question for the group. I was at Target at like 11:30 last night.
Yeah.
Like
Checking
you
out.
do, like you do.
Good way to start.
The cart didn't have a lot of stuff in it. It had 16 Red Bulls and a big old thing of coffee.
Uh-huh.
And the guy at the cash register says, "Whoa, you about to do a 24-hour stream?"
He
Do you
did not
think-
recognize you.
Yeah, that's what my question is.
No.
Do you think he knew, or do
No.
you think it's just because of that amount of Red Bull? It's like that's just what somebody
There's
who
only
looks like
one
me.
man.
is.
Red Bull is gamer fuel.
Yeah.
I think he's just hip.
Yeah.
He knows.
Just a hip dude at
Yep.
11:30.
Because if he knew you, he would know that we only do 24-hour streams like a couple times a year.
Was that all you had in your cart though? Was
It was like that and laundry detergent and some Ritz Bit sandwiches with cheese. I think that was it, dude.
That's so weird.
As your weird aunt, I'm worried about you.
Yeah.
art reflects life?
I'm not a huge fan of the person at the market commenting on the stuff I'm buying. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Yeah, not one of my
Who are
favorite
you
things.
guys?
Because when I was in high school, I used to buy just an insane amount of candy. And I would just always get like, got a sweet tooth, huh?
Yeah.
Like, bring it up.
Let me live my candy-filled life.
Though
Self-checkout.
sometimes it
You don't
pays
know this for
off.
me.
Because when I was cashing out $8 worth of chips in Vegas, she just went, big night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, chips is
And I
Vegas.
was like- and I was
Vegas
like,
is a whole different thing. You're talking about
very
Vegas,
good
yeah.
commentary.
Yeah,
You know,
Vegas is a completely
always
different
allowed to
story.
say.
Yeah. Big night.
When you get the Clash, Huber, what do you do with the Clash?
You turn
I think you mash attack.
That's what I
Mash
do when I
and-
get to class.
Does it not work?
I do nothing.
Yeah, I feel like I've lost those too.
Yeah.
Let us
Triangle,
know,
dude.
chat.
Headbutt.
I feel like mashing works for me with the Clash.
Okay.
Maybe I'm
And then
wrong.
the
they don't
dude-
happen very
The
often.
dude that grabs you
The
too.
old
I never
Clash
get out of
match?
that.
No, I think once you get yeah, that drives me nuts too.
Come on,
the
come on
big
down, buddy.
skeleton guys,
Physically
yeah.
can't reach you up there.
You
Come on.
can't, You can't mash out of a clash if Kyle's around. Though.
You can't mash a Clash.
Can't mash a clash.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
You can't triple stamp a double stamp.
Nice.
Crit.
Jones.
That was a lot of red, man.
Yeah.
That was good.
When they
This
walk, when
feels
they
like
slip
we're
away
watching
with that,
speedruns.
Yeah.
Speedrun professional.
I get it.
off to their dimension
SGDQ
or
and
wherever they
Brandon
go.
Jones, Onimusha 1.
Yeah, I'm blown away
That'd
right
be
now.
so funny.
That'd be the best.
Just dies at the water puzzle part 5 times.
Hi everybody, I'm Brandon Jones. I really like the lightning sword.
Jones,
talks about
are we
Red
close to a good like chapter ending
Talks
moment?
about
Sure.
Yeah.
I think maybe
started
cutscene.
late,
Yeah, the
though.
cutscene when we come into the castle.
We started late.
Yeah, we started what, 12 minutes, 15 minutes.
But we have another nice little segment.
All right.
Sure.
And we got presents. We got
Oh, you're
two
doing
boxes inside.
Oh,
Before
whoa,
that,
Jones.
I have a
Boxes.
question for you
Oh yeah,
guys.
and a letter for you, specifically addressed to Kyle Bossman. Great.
We already opened one box.
I have a question for you guys. I was thinking about this while I was watching GDQ actually. If you had to pick one game to dedicate yourself to
Resident Evil 2.
speed running, what would it be?
Metal Gear
Resident
Solid.
What about this guy? You want to end on that guy, Kyle?
Yeah, talk to him.
Or one of the Devil May Cries, I think.
Oh,
would be
little
fun.
mustache. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
That's a good
I'm
character.
not all the way
He's
through
out.
it yet, but I've started the
More
Resident
on him
Evil 4
later.
speedrun from AGDQ this year. Really,
I don't know
really
why I'm saving it, but whatever.
Really interesting.
Jesus Here's Toast is just funny, but
Thanks for coming back to it tonight. Onimusha Warlords, everybody,
Oh,
now
yeah.
available on
This is
PlayStation
very
4,
entertaining.
Xbox,
Yeah,
PC.
very charismatic.
This?
Probably.
I think
Maybe
it's PC,
PC,
too.
Pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah, pretty
I
sure.
think so.
Thanks,
What
Capcom.
Yeah,
everything.
Thank you, Capcom. We love you.
Thank you, Grandpa.
We do love you.
I do love you, Capcom.
Should I do this now, Kyle, or after?
Yeah.
Do it now.
All right, I lost a
Yeah.
bet. What a surprise! So I'm settling thy bet. What bet was this for?
This was Huber. This was shortly after Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes was announced.
That's right.
You and I had a bet about which would come out first, Shenmue 3 or Travis Strikes Back.
No,
More
it
Heroes.
strikes again.
Is it Strikes Again? Travis
Yes,
Strikes Again, you're right.
It'll get. Yes, it strikes
Travis
again. Is the title.
No More Heroes.
It gets confusing.
That released today?
No, Friday.
Friday.
Strikes
That will
Again, yeah.
release Friday. And as such, Michael Huber must now share design documents that he's created for a potential indie game.
So to me, design documents were like a couple sketches and notes.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you did sketches because I really
Okay.
wanted those.
Yeah, you need sketches.
Okay.
Okay.
So take it away, Huber.
All right. So my game is called Server Life. Okay. Yes. The goal is to rise through the ranks to be the best server in the universe. There's also but more than that, right? Like that's the objective, I guess. That's what you're trying to do. But really, you're learning to empathize and be a better person by seeing how mean people can actually be to people just trying to serve them their food. Features 8 stages from the small town diner to the 5-star mega corporation steakhouse. Morton's.
Megacorp steakhouse.
Morton's.
Brad, I had no frame of reference for what that would have been.
Upgrades.
Corporation Steakhouse.
Upgrades. Earn tips to use on upgrades like non-slip shoes, a premium wine opener, or polishing rag. These give you different abilities. Non-slip shoes, obviously, gives you more resistance to puddles, like backstage.
Okay.
So if you're falling through something, that'll cost you time, piss off the tables. Abilities.
I'm sorry. Does the wine thing? Does that like increase your tips?
Your
Because
your speed. Because if you don't have it, you have to go to the bar. You gotta wait there. We'll get into the bar.
Okay.
Abilities. Okay, you have abilities in this. Under declare. So you can say you made less than you actually did, which means you pay less taxes, but the government might come after you, and if they do, you can go to jail, and it's an instant game over.
Dude,
immediate game
risk
over.
reward.
IRS.
Because you can't climb the ranks at that point.
Do not mess.
Is this a real part of server life? The under declaring?
Huge. Yeah, that's why everyone wants. That's why everyone wants cash, because if you get credit card, it's there. You can't alter that.
Yeah.
Government knows.
Yeah.
But if someone's giving you a tip, cash tip,
you can under declare. Okay.
Here's another ability. I need help, dude. This forces a coworker to do you a favor. Forces that they have to stop what they're doing because they know the urgency.
I need
help, dude. I need help, dude.
I feel like you can't do it over and over and over. It would exhaust the favor.
Exactly. You have there's a cooldown.
Sorry.
Cool. It's also send in the manager, buys you time with a bitter table. Okay?
Ooh.
All right. So here's like a rough outline. Here's stage 1. Stage 1 is actually called Uneasy Alliance.
Show it to that camera, Huber.
This one?
Yeah. You
Okay.
can stay seated, but
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Stage 1. Stage 1 is Uneasy Alliance.
It's focused on your shirt, so just hold it up in front of yourself.
Say it again.
Hold it closer to yourself.
Okay.
There you go. Nice.
Stage 1 is called Uneasy Alliance because the bartender is bitter.
Raw.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, you have
Okay.
to compete with the bartender as well. The bartender is lagging on your drinks, causing chaos. So he's kind of this other element. You know, it's a lot like Overcooked, the gameplay. We haven't really talked about gameplay. It's a lot like Overcooked, where you have to grab what you need and get it to the table. But it takes it a step further.
Wait, what kind of restaurant are we in right here?
This is just like a chill diner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is this what the camera looks like? Is that our actual camera perspective?
Yeah, it's over the top, so it's like Overcooked.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is actually not the diner. This is a little nicer of a restaurant. This is stage 1. We fall from grace here. We go back because something happens at the end of this stage. We won't spoil. When you get demoted, you go back to like you have to rise up through the ranks again.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that kind of story.
Now, here's where the gameplay gets a little deeper. High maintenance, right? So you get these tables that are like demanding things like ranch or more ice.
Ranch.
Or more,
I am for sure demanding more ranch.
or more water. And we go a little telltale here. So then you have dialogue choices. So, you know, a moment happens and your table is like, give me some ranch. Okay? You can choose.
If you get the Leviathan.
You can-
Vendetta against ranch is
Huber.
the best.
What's the character creation in this like?
You get different outfits and stuff, but a lot of the places you have to adhere to a uniform, so you can do slight things.
I like that.
But there is an end game that we will talk about very soon.
Do you have any characters that need to take smoke breaks? Do you have to work that into any strategies?
That we gotta add it to the design.
That's DLC.
Smoke breaks.
Wait, that we need smoke breaks?
No, a guy that just always has to do smoke breaks and it's really
we have to
annoying.
fill in for him
Yeah.
too. Okay.
Smoke breaks.
They
So
do
I have
like
a question about
30
the multiple
breaks a day.
choice.
Okay.
So someone says that you need a ranch, and I see here you have yes, no, or get it yourself.
Yes.
Can anything good come up? Get it yourself.
Yes. So there's different honor ranks.
Okay.
If it falls too low,
Renegade.
you'll get less shifts.
Oh.
And there's a potential that you'll get fired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you lose a lot of time. You could get demoted. Got to work your way up. If it's too high, though, if you're a goody two shoes, Kyle, if you're like, yeah, I'll get you the ranch, do everything you want. Manager needs a favor, sure, I'll do it. Your fellow servers resent you.
They do,
and they will try to sabotage.
Yes, they do.
Which brings us into the next design element, PvP.
Okay. This game has everything.
PvP. Anyone could be another player. Taking a page from Souls, you never know. So a fellow server could be.
You never know. You never know.
It could be another player. And they're trying to disrupt your workflow. They can do this by not restocking in the back. So if you're like, if you got your rhythm, you're doing the tables, that this table's food's coming up like in a little bit. You're like, okay, I'm gonna go get that. There's no plates. Someone sabotaged. They took all the plates.
What if I say, hey, dude, I need some help?
So if you do, you can use the ability, but again, that's on a cooldown.
Okay.
But they have to do it.
Okay, got it. It would like take control away from that person?
They they have to do it. I haven't figured out a perfect way to make them do it if it's PvP. Still trying to get that.
Make it like it's a possession, like they're like fighting against it.
I like it. I like it. There's little like puppet strings or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Their control makes it like almost not do it, but they still do it.
PvP, they can cause spills. Remember, you need those non-slip shoes.
This is a fun game to play then. I would want to be this guy.
Yeah.
I want to slip in on people's games.
Cause chaos.
Yes.
They can also rat you out to the IRS.
Instant game over.
To do that, though, they need proof. They need to see the transactions. They need to see the tips. They need 100% proof to be able to rat you out to the IRS.
This is a weirdly complicated game.
We're all over the last
What
page.
incentive is there for me to do that?
For you to rat someone out to the IRS?
Satisfaction.
You win. Pure spite,
So
Kyle.
Play how you want to
You
play.
just have the top waiter.
But like in Dark Souls, I'd get some souls.
Yeah.
You get some ranch.
You get,
You get their tables that he was waiting until they got snagged out.
You get cash incentive. The IRS pays you a bounty.
I think that has to happen.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
The IRS pays you a bounty. So the end game,
What if you falsely accuse? If you're an invader and you don't have enough proof?
then you go to jail.
Game over. You lose that character.
Just like real life.
Yeah.
Just like real life.
You don't mess with the IRS. All right, so the end game, what happens when you save enough cash? You save enough cash.
Beat all 6 levels.
8 levels.
8 levels.
You finish all of it.
Yep.
You save enough cash. You buy all the restaurants that you've worked in, okay?
Oh, so the cash is super important.
Cash is super
It makes
important.
sense to PvP now.
Yeah.
You buy the restaurant?
So you buy all the restaurants.
That's a lot of
You
waiting.
become the owner to treat your employees with love and respect, not corporate greed. Finally, you're now the owner in these restaurants. The game has one last transition to a beat 'em up. Now when a table asks for ranch, it turns into a beat 'em up and you can brawl them.
Because I'm the manager.
Because you're the manager. So if they're giving your servers a hard time, you throw down, goes full beat 'em up,
Would you say ranch is the central item in this game?
Are there ranch-based abilities?
It all hinges on the ranch. What happened to
You're a
you?
ranch meat.
How did ranch hurt you?
Are there heat actions with ranch?
Are we talking like plastic cups or like jars of ranch?
He didn't get my ranch. Kill him.
They're at the table. He says he didn't get my ranch, and the other guy says kill him. Yeah.
Okay.
So then you're ready to throw down.
Yeah.
Hold it up. Yeah. Just a little beat 'em up.
Wow. You
Yeah.
that was really good, dude.
Yeah. Server life.
That's what it's called, server life. I guess the name.
You become the owner so you can treat your employees with respect and kill your customers.
And beat them to death with the hands.
Hey, no, the customer said kill him. We're not killing him. We're just just throwing him out.
Just hospitalizing them.
Yeah, hospitalizing them. Exactly.
Batman.
Making them unconscious. What's the problem?
Just really giving them.
They'll wake
a
up on the
ranch.
sidewalk.
Pen. Heat actions. We need heat actions.
Yeah, sure. Can't forget.
Pouring ranch on head.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They make like kegs of ranch. I envision like you just dipping somebody.
I want you to have like a handheld recorder, Huber, and just heat actions.
Like he's listening back to later.
Just it's by his bed in the middle of the night.
But you never give yourself context.
Well, you gotta have the one where
Wasn't
you
even him. He
grab
was
the
at some
guy
restaurant,
and
saw
slide
somebody
him
else
across
pouring
the
ranch on their
bar.
salad. Ranch.
So good. Oh yeah.
Brawling.
Across the bar, dude. The bottle.
It could be anyone.
Give me that blade right behind your head.
The blade.
Be careful.
The blade is coming.
Okay. These are serious packages.
Oh yeah,
People are
Devolver.
not
Yeah,
messing
Devolver's
around.
already working on it, Huber.
Sounds like something they can
They're
think.
taking
I'll call you in the morning with a demo.
I feel like ranch has been affected for me now.
Yeah. Huber, I love
Ranch,
the idea
ranch
that-
is like it's an inside server joke because if a restaurant has it or doesn't, someone is going to ask for it, usually without a please, usually forceful. Get me the ranch. Can I get some ranch? Like, if you're a server, you just never want to hear the word ranch.
Dude, I'm afraid to think about ranch in a restaurant.
Say please.
I like the idea of a game where you have to put in some time to unlock the brawler mode.
Yeah.
No hint of brawling gameplay.
Yeah,
until
end game.
game.
That's
yeah.
the twist, yeah.
That's really cool.
First thing in this letter, please read this when you're in your studio.
Oh! Put it back!
Time to wait.
Put it back!
Wait.
Put it back.
Or we can drive over there.
It's a
Is
good
it
package.
cool? Just say if it's cool or not.
It's very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
it's good. Yeah, it's a good one. It's one of those that people will cheer. You know, it's like there's a list of things to go through and feels good.
That's 2 weeks away, everybody. Next week we're still here. And
The
then we'll be back
29th.
to that. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts launch day.
Yeah, some people have been
baby.
being cute. It's like, the studio looks like the garage.
Yeah,
Alright, come on.
Sorry,
We
man.
put a lot of effort into
It'll just be Jones
minute
here.
details of making the new studio look exactly like the garage.
Oh yeah.
We imported a bunch of spiders just for the authenticity.
It'd be funny if we did have a room that did just look like the garage and we freaked people out.
Yeah.
A nice high-res photo. Print out a mat.
Oh yeah.
Put that on the wall.
Green screen it. We're not gonna play Kingdom Hearts on a stream.
Huber.
Sweet.
We won't allow it.
Huber and Ben.
Second. So I think, does it say please read on stream first?
This
Yep.
is some nostalgic wrapping paper here.
Some like Metal Gear vibes right here. Whoa, okay.
Oh, jeez.
Hubert, your personality is infectious, and it's always a joy watching and hearing you talk about the games you love. It's directly the reason I'll be picking up Resident Evil 2 Remake, as I've never touched the original before, other than having a vague idea of what the game is about.
So that's not a win for Capcom, that's a win for Hubert.
I came into the series around RE4, so this will be a fairly new experience for me. That said, I wanted to focus the gifts for you around RE2 in celebration for the remake. I won't spoil two of the gifts, but I need to shout out the person I commissioned the third gift from, who is a very talented custom clothing maker on Etsy that goes by the Tasteful Nerd.
Tasteful Nerd?
Tasteful Nerd. Shout out. I hope you like the gifts, and thank you for being such a rad guy. Love and respect. Jordan Losco, Twitter, Helios, Twitter chat, Helios. Thank you.
Helios.
Love you. Resident Evil 2, I hope you enjoyed it.
Hey, well.
Is it... Do I just rip...
You got 3 presents there.
Okay, wow.
Ben's got 5.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
They're all spiders.
Ben's got 6, I think.
They're all
5 or 6.
Oh, man. Nobody sing spiders, please.
Yeah, no.
Please
Don't do
do not bend.
It's banned.
Yep.
Nice, bro.
The Jones knife.
That's
Jones. The professional.
It's reflexive at this point.
Don't cut it open.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Cut away.
Get started on number 2.
You're right.
We gotta chain these.
Chain combo. Are these numbered or are they just...
Chain combo in the face, man. Careful.
Is that the custom shirt? What is this?
Dude.
What?
Dude, sick.
That's insane.
Yo.
That is really
That's
cool.
awesome. That is so sweet. That's legit.
Yeah, put it on.
Put it on. Cracking it
Throw
on.
that other one in the trash.
He's wearing it. Yeah.
Another custom T-shirt.
Here's my custom Shenmue shirt. I like to have it underneath my custom
Look at
art.
this thing.
Oh, it's cozy.
That's great.
Oh, it's so
Oh,
funny.
I love you.
That's really
Thank
good,
you.
man.
That's so cool.
Dude.
Yeah, you gotta zip that one up.
Tasteful nerd.
Tasteful Nerd RPD. Awesome. Nice. So hype.
Do you even know what that stands for?
Do you even know what that stands for?
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, classic. Always wanted one of these. Someone had one at Game
wow.
Trailers.
You're right. Oh,
Yeah, I
sick,
remember
yeah.
Someone at Game Trailers
was
had
that?
this,
Was that Jeremy on his wall?
and I was jealous.
Someone had that on their wall.
What's
Do you remember
the
that?
thing taped on here in the back?
Not jealous no more.
There's a sticker
There's
on
something
the back.
taped on the
Yeah.
back. Sticker or something? Wait, Damiani had it?
An RPD looks glow in the dark. Some kind of glow in the dark RPD sticker.
Maybe.
Or just
Sick.
clear back?
Thank you.
One more?
One more. Yo, dude. Yo, this is too much. This is too much. This is actually too much.
Whoa.
It's just ranch.
This is.
Not in a package.
Kill him!
Kill him.
Dude.
Look at this.
Whoa! The Resident Evil 4 Leon S. Kennedy 1/6 scale, fully posable action figure.
Damn.
Where did you get this?
There you go.
Dude!
Look at all those guns.
Flip that around.
Huber, use this close-up cam.
Dude!
The gun library is intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of them.
The pistol with the stock.
He's got the red 9, dude! He's got the red 9! Oh my god,
so
thank
funny.
you so
That
much.
is insane.
This is so much. Thank you. Hype.
All right, Ben, you got 5 presents. You want to come up here?
All
No,
right,
Go up
here.
there. Go up
I gotta read the thing first.
Okay.
Thank you.
Should, in case you gotta get on
Seriously.
close-up cam, too. Cool.
Thank you.
Huber, get out.
Jeez, this
Yeah.
Leon is so good.
Suit up, Huber.
I really like the blood. Check out this card. It's Daffy Duck doing a handstand saying woo-hoo.
It's a lot better than
I don't know
showing
if you
his
see
teeth.
that. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
I don't know if I'll be able to think of Dabby the same way.
Ben, I want you to know that I binge watched all of Suikoden 1 and 2 over a month period and I had no idea what gems those two games were. They were gems. Yes, that was both were fun
Favorites.
streams. I was so thoroughly charmed by both games that I knew I wanted to get you, even if it took a bit to put it together. The only two gifts I'll spoil are some of the books, since they're novelizations of Suikoden 1 and 2. And one set of short stories in Japanese, but they do have some nice images of the characters that I thought you would enjoy. I also ordered a custom clothing item from the same Etsy creator for you as well that relates to Xenoblade Chronicles, because I love that playthrough as well. I hope you enjoy the gifts, and thank you for being one of my favorite people to follow at EZA. Love and respect, Jordan Lasco. Thank you so much, Jordan. It's really nice.
Is it wrong that my first thought of a clothing item for Xenoblade would be just like a see-through, like clear plastic
Sleek oil.
shirt?
It's just a bottle of oil.
Hey, it could be.
I would think like Shulk's hoodie.
Sure.
All right, I don't know which of these to open first. Ian, you got to take a look at these.
Oh wow.
How many are there? One,
my
two,
God.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, no.
12.
12.
8, yeah, there's 12 of these. Dude,
I know.
where did you get these?
They were based on. I thought based on something before the game season. Good lord.
Gremio right up front.
Konami logo.
Yeah,
too.
dude. I remember when I was a kid, I was sad I didn't speak Japanese because I couldn't read any of this stuff.
That's good
The
art.
Genso suited.
Well, now we both have more motivation to
Yeah.
learn Japanese.
Blood, will you
The covers of these are amazing. I just want to show off a couple of these for chat because I think they'll
Nope,
appreciate
stay
them.
seated.
Oh, okay.
You got a close-up camera.
Oh, do I? Okay.
Go ahead.
All right. I don't know how well you can see this. I'll try to get my
He's just that
big
guy.
fingers out of the way. But yeah, just the covers alone are really sick. I think we need a
can smell
Suikoden
them.
3 playthrough sooner rather than later.
Suikoden 3 is pretty all right.
PS2,
So
right?
PS2 one,
PS2, yeah, first PS2 one.
There's
Alright, awesome.
5.
Here, we'll do
There's-
this little guy.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's Suikoden Tactics, which I like begged.
This is beyond generous, Jordan. Thank you. Seriously.
Wow.
Anime books. Have you played 4 and 5?
I don't know how to
I think I played them
respond.
all.
Nice.
I love Suikoden.
Oh my god! Look at this!
Oh wow.
Look at this, Ian.
What is
Oh,
it?
nice.
Look at these pens!
We
Oh,
got
sick!
Oh, he's got his little tonfas.
These are the best. All right, we're going real time. These are incredible. I don't know how you found these.
Yeah, that is a rare
They
find,
look like
probably.
they've been like. You'd have to find some ancient treasure in Japan.
Yeah.
Like you just have to stumble across it.
I think there's a store called Ancient Treasure in Japan
Mhm.
that just has this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sick.
Yeah, I love the art in Suikoden.
I need to figure out like an appropriate place to put these. I feel like I need a board, and these need to.
a shrine inside of a safe.
Yeah, we need to find a place for these in the studio.
Yeah.
Are we gonna have a Gundam shelf?
Do Gundam case.
Is there room for that
Go
in
buy a
the studio?
Gundam shell,
Yeah, sure.
and then we'll put it in there.
Okay. Can it be like in front?
Official Japanese
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
Ooh,
for
that's
World War
nice.
II. Oh no,
Those are
for
so cool.
Denso too.
That's just the Japanese
now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It looks like it has a profile for every single star in the game.
Yeah. I had a guide like that when I was a kid.
Martial arts. Like Bumblebee.
For 1 and 2, I think.
So ever go down.
G Gundam.
Yeah, G Gundam is
Yes.
like Pacific Rim style, like moving in it.
Sick.
You know, it says something I think about both of these games. Like just flipping through, it's like, oh, I remember you. Like I may not remember every single one of their names, but I remember collecting them and having them be part of the journey. This guy took forever to get.
108 characters, and they're all great. All of them.
I don't believe they're all great.
You don't like one of them.
They're all great.
There are a lot of excellent
There's
ones.
some like duck creatures, right?
What?
There's some duck creatures in Suikoden?
You can have
Not that I recall.
octopi in your
You're
party.
thinking of this guy.
Yeah, no, this is great.
No, I'm thinking of like a duck creature.
Hubert, I should have brought it, but I got
No
they
memory of
released the illustrations of Dragon Quest. I got that today,
Dude.
and now like I'll just have this fat stack of like, RPG books to go
stacks.
through.
Yeah, I want to see that now.
Yeah, it's really nice. On the
Oh,
cover,
ducks are in Suikoden
they have
3.
all the protagonists from
Yeah,
the
it
game.
looks like 2 figures.
What the?
Wow.
Maybe that rings a bell.
The work you must have gone
This
through
is
to
a
get this stuff?
powerhouse gift.
Yeah. I don't want to bend the box, so we might want to keep it in the box.
You don't want to bend the box?
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
No, dude.
Oh wow.
Oh, sick, dude.
Yeah.
And this is in perfect shape.
Where do you find this?
Yeah, I know. I know.
The Konami figure collection.
I think what
Yeah.
happened.
Is
This
they
guy
have it
was
in an
on the
attic.
Suikoden team.
Yeah.
This is what happened. They worked for Konami
Yeah.
at the time.
We need close-up.
Got a garage
Yeah,
full
let
of
me-
it.
here, let me get both of them.
Got you.
Yep.
Who's that one?
I think it's the
Oh,
duck
yes.
character.
It's the duck.
There are ducks. They're in 3. Chat confirms.
Oh, let's get a little
good.
lower.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not taking these out of the box.
That's a nice looking box.
That's a nice looking box.
Damiani approved.
Yeah.
Come back.
Oh, and this. There it
This
is.
is insane!
Yeah, there it is. It's
All right, guys. Now I can see the future.
Yeah. Come on, dude. Look at
Yeah,
that.
this is going on forever.
sick.
Never taking it off.
Dude, it's really comfortable.
This is insane. You.
Yeah. It's nice.
I'm like thinking of
You
like
made
the
mine.
possibilities, dude.
possibility.
These
prints are really good.
Yeah, you just call this
I feel like
person
now I
up
have
and say,
to.
"Make me a
I have to
hoodie,"
main
like,
shulk and smash.
Make me a hoodie.
There's like what? Oh,
Kyle's like seeing in 4 dimensions. Right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I should pay you for this.
Okay.
Could you do something in the homes related?
Just his
You
face.
could probably just
Yeah.
buy
His
a
face
face
and
in my chest.
It's all stretched out and weird. Not even in like his jersey.
I'm gonna
or
wear this
anything.
during the tail stream tomorrow.
Casual.
All 6 hours.
Zip, zip, zip.
Nice.
Nice.
Look at that.
It's perfect.
That's great.
Wow.
Simply perfect.
Simply. Yo, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. This is better than like my actual Christmas with my family.
It's a good thing they don't watch.
Kidding.
Oh,
Jesus. Humbug.
Well, see you later.
Hey, Onimusha's out, and you can play it.
Yeah.
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 Oh boy.
Yeah.
So this has been the Easy Allies, the day of the Easy Allies Game of the Year Awards,
Yeah,
everybody.
man,
We did it. Officially wrapped up 2018.
That was a lot.
If you want to see all of the things individually, what we just did
next year.
It's been a lot of work.
on this stream, if you're just tuning in now, if you jumped in during Onimusha, we did our personal picks. So we each went through, from 5 to 10 to 15 different, games we wanted to talk about before we officially wrapped up 2018. If you want to watch the deliberations, those premiere today on Twitch. You can catch those youtube.com/EasyAllies. If you want to see our awards video, which is also in the deliberations video at the end, but you can watch that separately if you want to share that with people and argue about what games or praise what games we gave our Game of the Years to. So all of that is available on our channel or here on Twitch. Anything else this week? Anything coming up?
It's not on the schedule yet, but because I needed to figure out when I could do it. But tomorrow at 4 o'clock on
Wait.
Twitch, right here.
No, Damiani's at 4.
No.
Uh-huh.
6?
You can do 6, yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
Jones.
At 6 o'clock, I will be doing Walking Dead.
Too close anyway to that thing.
I was like really close. Walking Dead.
What time are you doing that tomorrow?
6.
Okay, I'm going to 4.
Yeah.
And then
Damiani's going
Yeah.
4 to 6.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It's
Maybe
all
we'll
day
do
tomorrow.
it another
Wait, what's
time.
Damiani streaming?
I'm going from 6:45 to 7.
Maybe I'll do it Thursday instead. Is Thursday open?
You got other stuff happening Thursday, but in the evening.
You're booked up, Betty.
No, I'm good. I'm
Is
done
it
at 3.
Thursday the Mortal Kombat thing?
Yeah, I'm done
Yes.
at 3.
Oh, okay.
Are we allowed to speak about these
Yeah.
things?
Mortal Kombat's been
Mortal
pretty
Kombat's
widely
pretty
publicized. The others I probably wouldn't.
All right.
15-minute super stream.
Maybe Thursday then at like 4 something or 5.
Just show up at like
Just
4
show
or
up.
something.
Yeah.
If he feels like
Yeah,
it.
show. Thursday at 5.
What are you streaming? We'll figure it out later.
Look at the schedule and then we can
I'm
figure it
looking
out.
right
Dead
at it.
chapter, like the
Okay.
newest episode
You're
3.
just looking at a calendar with dates with no
Yeah.
information.
I'm looking at the schedule.
What's Damiani streaming?
Brad and I are going to stream the new Blue Mage job in Final Fantasy XIV.
Is Salad Mike on?
He doesn't need salad, Mike.
That's interesting now. That should be on Mike.
Brad and I are going to be streaming the new Blue Mage job, dropping in Final Fantasy XIV. Already is out. We're going to try it out. It's a classic Blue Mage. Doesn't work like any of the other jobs. You got to learn all your abilities from monsters.
That sounds cool.
So it's going to be you and Brad both Blue
It's
Mages?
essentially like
Nice.
solo, or single player style content. You can only play with other Blue Mages as well.
Blue Mages only.
Yeah,
Really?
Blue Mages
Get lost,
only.
Red Mage.
Cool. Is there a cool like guild
BMO.
for you to like check out too?
There's like an area just for Blue Mages as well.
Love that kind of thing.
It's Carnival.
Yeah.
So, like, is the
Mass
whole rest of the
Carnival.
game just going to be a ghost town when the Blue Mage comes out?
No, because you can't do like high income. It's capped at level 50, which is like 2 expansions ago's level cap.
Weird.
They can't participate in normal content like raids or dungeons or anything like that.
Weird.
It's its own special little thing.
Oh.
And then Ben, were you streaming?
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm continuing Tales of Vesperia. I'll be doing 6 hours of that. We might go longer, but
Settle in.
we can't go longer tomorrow. So one of these days we might go longer. We might go for like 8 hours. But yeah, that's been really fun.
That's a good chunk, dude.
Yeah, Tales of Vesperia has been very, very, very fun. I'm excited to get back to it.
Yeah. Also, it is. We have another review coming up tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Can I say that I worked on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a review that I did that's going up tomorrow.
You really can't say Blood?
No.
Usually not, unless it's clear.
It's weird that publishers don't sometimes let you say that we have a game when a review comes out on opening day.
Yeah. Then it's fine to know.
Also this week, I'm going to finish Kingdom Hearts Fragmentary Passage. Then we will have
Finish the
streamed
fight, dude.
every single Kingdom Hearts game. This will be the end.
What's the full title? Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Fragmentary Passage.
0.2
No,
Birth
zero-
by Sleep.
yeah.
0.2 Birth by Sleep.
Birth by Sleep.
3.548654.
Yeah. Oh, right. Important
Friday,
if you know the lore. Those numbers.
Friday at 9 p.m. I'll be doing my character workshop. I'm going to try to work on the Fix-It guy.
Fix it.
Meanwhile, I'll be playing some Sonic Unleashed, but most of it is about us developing our characters,
Okay.
workshopping those, trying to create bits. The Sonic is really the background element.
Yeah.
But also,
Makes sense.
everyone should be checking out a hot new series called The Busted Trifecta.
Yes.
We just had a new episode yesterday,
And it's great.
and there are 2 more episodes left.
Mhm.
Those will each premiere on successive Mondays. So next Monday, 1 new episode, and then the Monday after that, the series finale. So yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Then we may shift him a little bit. Just depends.
Why?
Whoa.
If Don needs time to polish, we'll give him the time.
Oh, I'm not giving him the time.
Don't rush an artist.
I'm pushing that out.
Producer.
Like my son.
Kyle and Blood will be on opposite shoulders of Don. We'll see how it goes. I've been thinking about this. I might have to be creative with Cup of Jones this week because Thursday, all day, we are going to be building our set. We're going to be building stuff on the stage in the studio, starting at bright-eyed, bushy-tailed 8 a.m. We're going to be in the studio, and we're going to be loading all that stuff in and building a bunch of stuff. And Friday we'll be doing what we didn't do on Thursday. So might do Cup of Jones tomorrow night because there's a lot of streams happening tomorrow.
Okay.
And tomorrow morning's rough because I'm up doing the podcast late, or maybe this weekend. I don't know. So I will update you on that when that works out. But yeah, it's weird schedules of stuff. And if you enjoyed this group stream in this room, there was only one other stream we were doing next Tuesday. Hall of Greats. The first Hall of Greats 2019 will be the final stream as a group from this room, from this garage, before we move to the studio. As is planned right now, but those plans are moving forward, so.
High stakes.
Very high stakes.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody have their games picked?
I
No,
know.
I know what
No,
I'm
haven't
kidding
even
me?
thought about it.
I already dibsed it. I already sent mine to Damiani.
Oh, I gotta send mine down, man.
Yeah, do it quick.
Maybe I'll whisper it in his ear tonight and let him know.
As long as somebody brings Final
Hey,
Fantasy
what
IX.
would you guys vote for? Just let me know, and then I'll do that.
Final Fantasy IX.
okay.
Okay, I'll bring
I'll
that.
message you the
Well,
only
did I
thing I'll
already
vote
get
for.
in
We
I'm
got
not bringing Red Dead 2 or World of Warcraft.
Well, then.
Wait, you dibsed Red Dead 2 forever ago. Remember that?
Oh yeah, you did.
You were obligated to do Red Dead 2
He's not obligated. Jones just can't do it.
for
Yeah.
Hall of Greats.
Also,
Greats?
Jones, don't
Jones, you
waste,
can have it.
don't waste your time.
Just Jones, you can have it.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that? You said next time I'm doing
yeah.
Red Dead 2
Yeah, I did.
to spite Jones.
There's no spite.
No, you took it out from
I was
under.
like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna stream Saturday at 1 o'clock.
Oh, okay, cool.
There you go.
Saturday at 1.
Locked in.
Oh, Bossman and I were doing a thing at 1 o'clock on Saturday.
All right, Saturday at 5.
I'm just kidding. We're not.
Okay.
Saturday's all yours. Dude.
Saturday's all yours.
1 o'clock. Walking Dead. Episode 3, final season.
So yeah, in theory, we'll be in the studio not next Tuesday, but the Tuesday after,
2 weeks.
Fingers crossed.
unless a bunch of more things go weird.
Before the month is out, yeah.
Wait, did you just spoil my Hall of Greats? Is that even allowed?
I was
Are you
assuming
actually
were
gonna
gonna
back out?
If
I'm
he's
backing out
serious,
now.
Would you have done
Then
Red
you
Dead 2?
spoiled it
I
last
might have
time.
done it.
There's no way you would have remembered.
No one would vote for it.
There's no way you would have remembered that.
Well, I'm not doing it now.
But if
Cat's
he
out of
would
the
have
bag.
he would have been the one that spoiled it.
Yeah.
You
It's a bad
spoiled
call,
it when you
Quickly. It
called
was
it.
a bad call.
I don't know.
You're just so content in your new sweater, Ben. You're just.
I really am very content.
I'm
in
bringing
this.
Tales of Vesperia, dude.
Nice.
It's the best.
Troy Baker.
So Hall of Greats next Tuesday, 6 p.m. at a regular stream time here in the garage. Maybe we'll pour one out for the garage. Maybe do a little garage tribute.
We should get actual champagne and pour
This
it on the
is-
garage.
We should do it.
I'm bringing.
No, let's
We
get a
should
40.
pour it on the ground.
Damiani's bringing something.
He's been saving something.
What?
I haven't opened
Is it a gas can?
Is it another Keyblade?
Yes.
It's a beverage.
More
It's a
Keyblade.
third
Okay.
Keyblade.
Damiani is a
Dude,
beverage
when
festival.
Damiani
Beverage.
is like unannounced
Sake?
hype like this,
Since when
it's
is Damiani
the
into
best.
beverages?
Wow.
Whoa.
The Keyblade.
That tease.
That tease, beverage tease.
Yeah.
If
Our
it's
first
not a
ever
Keyblade,
beverage
movie,
tease.
And that's how you get ants.
I wonder.
But yeah,
Better
stay
be
tuned to
Santa Claus.
EasyAllies.com. Like we said, we're going to be streaming a lot more this week for updates. Or if you would like, you can become a patron of Easy Allies, patreon.com/easyallies. For just $1, you can check out that episode I spoke of sometime this week. It will definitely happen. Cup of Jones, where I talk about, just generally answer questions about this business of ours, but also, of course, this month very specifically talk about the studio. I'll have some fun surprises, some fun stuff to show. Some stuff actually got sent to me. Some images of some stuff right before we started the stream. So, and I asked specifically, can I show this on Cup of Jones? And the reply was yes. So I'm excited to show all of that stuff to you. What?
I said I gave you the go-ahead.
Well, Ian and the you weren't in the photograph, so it was like the people that were actually in the photograph. So I'm like, are these people okay with all of that being shown on Cup of Jones? And they are. We have a lot of fun, exciting people helping us out with the studio space, and it's going to be a big, crazy month. So stay tuned. For updates. You, of course, can follow us on Facebook and Twitter for updates there as well. We'll be giving you, it definitely feels like a transition in many ways, but one of those big transitions is like, we're now done talking about 2018, and it's time to review RE2, time to finish playing Onimusha, time to play, what's that other game? Brad, what's that other game coming out this month? Isn't that another big game?
Ace Combat 7!
Ace Combat 7!
Ace Combat 7!
So yeah, and thank you so much. We spent a lot of time talking about our own stupid opinions about video games tonight, and we missed a lot of followers, a lot of new subs, a lot of resubs on Twitch. So thank you everyone for supporting us. I don't know if we talked about this before. I think I talked about it on Cup of Jones, but record income from Twitch this month and next month. And that is really, really great. Not only always, obviously, is it nice, to make a little extra cash on the side, but specifically in the stuff that we want to invest in the future, in the improvements that we want to make to the studio. It's really down to, $100 here, $100 there, to getting a piece of equipment to actually making a lot of cool stuff happen. So any extra support that we get, whether people watch our videos on YouTube or support us here on Twitch or our patrons at patreon.com/easyallies, very much appreciated. But just, you see a lot of these numbers flying by. You see the random subs, you see resubs, people who have been with us for years. And it adds up, and it makes a considerable difference with the amount of money that we get every month to pull this off. So I'm sure these guys appreciate it because it means their salaries stay the same. And you will all appreciate it because we're so looking forward to showing you all of the cool stuff that we're doing in the studio. Ian specifically, not even saying what it is, but Ian did a cool thing in the studio, and it's cool.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
excited to.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, we're excited to goof around with it and show you all that stuff later on in the month. But it's going to be weird. And we have one more in the studio, so if you all will come back one more time, I'd love to have you at my house for us to hang out and play video games on Tuesday night. And thank you for watching, everybody. Love you.